Only program or pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind studio. Your accident, your future, your attorney. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or call pound 546 from your cell. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now number one for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. WIN. W-I-N. Win. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to the Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Tuesday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thanks so much for tuning in. We do have a fun one for you today. Get you caught up on what's happening out there with Deb's Woke News. We'll do that in just a few minutes. 4 o'clock, what'd you do that's new? Deb's suggestion today is Ali Wong's comedy special on Netflix called Don Wong. Plus, we have your Ross Thoughts, trivia, last call, text calls, talkbacks all day long. Welcome to the program. I am Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead is producer Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
Comedy alien Ross Badgett.
What's up, Jim?
Keyword is win,
What's up, Jim?
right?
What are we
Keyword
doing,
is
buddy?
win.
What are we doing?
Shoot the gap!
407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Find us easily on social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok at The Jim Colbert Show. On Twitter, it's just at Jim Colbert Show. And, of course, all day long, JimColbertLive.com. That's where you find all the podcasts, all the fun stuff, all the dirty pictures we put up, all of the
Well, that's only today.
all of the journal entries.
until about 4.
That's
so
right.
Then they're coming down.
Yeah.
So many cheats.
And Deb was right. Your 3 o'clock keyword is win, W-I-N. The Monsters had a winner this morning. Let's follow that up with another one. Just go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance to win $1,000. It's very easy. If you enter the contest, please stay by your phone because that's how they tell you you've won. They call you, and when you pick it up, they go, you got $1,000. And you go, that's awesome. And then we move on to the next winner.
This is good news.
That's
I'm
right.
happy.
Monsters at 3. We are at 2. I don't think the News Junkie have had a winner quite yet.
No.
Well, it still have time.
Yeah, well, yeah, we're a week and 2 days into this, and
All right.
5 more weeks to go.
That's right. We'd like to get a winner today. Again, your 3 o'clock keyword is win. Good luck.
I think there's going to be a winner today.
You think so?
Yeah, I just have it. I just feel it.
You feel it?
My little Paget, spidey sense is tingling.
How are we doing nationally, Jack? Do you have that information yet? I know that we battle a station up in, is it Wisconsin or Minnesota or Milwaukee?
It's Milwaukee.
There it is.
Yeah, it's an AM news talk station, and we, again, are head-to-head with them.
Man.
Can we call them up just to talk some mad poop?
Oh, that'd be awesome. Do their format's just AM talk?
Yes.
So it's just...
It's political
Got it,
news
yeah.
talk.
Yeah. Like across the
yeah,
hall.
just call-
Yeah.
Should we
Yeah.
just call Hannity and...
Yeah,
just go with it?
exactly.
What's the name of this radio station? Do we know them?
Just call up and yell ditto.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to call up and threaten them.
That's probably
You know,
not a good idea. Or
yeah,
anything
yeah.
you say.
Jim's with me.
Can you just go back to shooting the gap?
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny you say ditto because of the Rush Limbaugh thing. I saw something today about that whole Rush Limbaugh thing. He goes, and it was just either a tweet or something, one of these social media inputs, and it basically said, "You haven't heard a word about Rush Limbaugh, have you?" It's weird.
No.
This guy was an icon of, broadcasting in general. Whether you liked Rush Limbaugh or not, you cannot ignore Rush Limbaugh's success.
Right.
Rush Limbaugh is one of the most successful broadcasters to ever do the job. I mean, you can disagree with everything the guy says. What you cannot disagree with is this guy's audience size, which was at one point the biggest in the United States, maybe one of the biggest in the world. But they said that the reason why is this guy left no legacy. That's kind of weird. The guy works in the business for 45, 50 years, gets recommendations and accommodations from the President of the United States, plus Congress and all these other broadcasting awards, big thing. But nobody talks about him anymore. But I think that's kind of the nature of the biz, right? I mean, even at the highest level of entertainment, we talked about Saget for a while, but we had a personal connection with Bob Saget.
Yeah.
But, celebrities die all the time. You're like, oh, that sucks. And then you move on. 2 or 3 days later, you never even mention them again.
Yeah, that's what happens when people die.
Yeah, I mean,
there's no more.
Sometimes, I mean, there are people who leave a certain legacy, whether it be controversial or whatever, and their name keeps coming up because it's referenced, but that's what they're saying is even in the world of references, and you would assume that maybe that would happen a lot now, considering the political environment we're in, that things that guy said at one point would be referenced at all times. I haven't heard a peep, so it's just kind of an interesting thing.
Speaking of legacy, I learned something recently that just blew my mind.
Which is?
The amount of people in that Gen X generation who actually believe that Nelson Mandela died in prison.
Oh, yeah, no, they do. He died, he didn't. He
didn't.
He died in
crazy.
He died in quicksand. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows it. And speaking of legacy, and it's funny. The past is.
What would be your
is,
legacy?
It's just so. No. I'm just about that because there's something else about that too. But it's just so interesting of how that's viewed. But today, I guess the B-52s. Are you familiar with the B-52s, Ross?
Rock Lobster.
Rock Lobster. Not to mention a bunch of other really cool tunes. But the B-52s announced their farewell tour today.
Oh.
It's going to be about 20 shows. That's it. And it really doesn't go very far. It's like New York, San Francisco. There's a show in Jersey, a show in D.C. I don't think they come south of New York. I really don't.
Oh, no?
No, I think it's all in that one area there, which is unbelievable to me because they have a connection to Central Florida.
Yeah.
Fred Schneider, who's the lead singer, the guy, he's got a place over in DeLand.
Are they doing anything in Georgia?
But yeah, I'm telling
They're
you.
from Athens.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I don't think they. Now, this could be, but the dates go all the way to November.
A lot of times what bands used to do, at least in the past, they'd come down the coast, hit Georgia, and then head west. Because, they don't dip into the peninsula.
One show in Georgia in Atlanta.
Yeah.
But not in Athens.
No.
I mean,
that makes sense. You hit the city.
Yeah, they have, let's see, they're going to Foxwoods Casino up in Connecticut, Seattle, Boston, D.C., Chicago, New York, Atlantic City, 3 shows in Vegas.
I'm pretty sure I saw them in Tallahassee.
Oh, wow. That would have been
right
a
after
fun show.
It was them or REM. It was a really wild weekend.
Yeah, they're from the same, they're both from Athens, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, REM is from, where's the University of Georgia?
Georgia.
Or Georgia, is it Georgia Tech? Wherever that city is where that's the big city. I think Athens was it's almost like the Austin of Georgia, right?
Oh, that is the college town.
Yeah.
I think we went to Gator Growl.
Oh, no.
And then we went to Tallahassee to FSU.
Dude, you were on a roll, huh?
Had some Gainesville Green, I'm sure.
Someone had the Anarchist Handbook.
Let me see this. I want a videotape of this old life.
Yeah, exactly.
And there was
this new branch off.
There was a lot of tea.
A lot of tea.
Ayahuasca tea, I'm sure.
A mushroom.
That.
Ooh.
Really, buddy?
Woo.
What powered that? Was the B-52 show alone what powered the beginning of that trip?
Yeah, I think so. I think they were there.
And you know what's amazing
It's
is
after,
that
you can't remember.
I don't remember if I was there.
Right.
getting the Anarchist cookbook, that was not an easy book to get your hands on back in the day.
It was a coffee table book where we ended up.
Yeah. Nothing like a great book that tells you how to make your weapon automatic or make napalm.
Hey,
all of those valuable things to know.
I shared a locker with a girl in San Diego at Mira Mesa High School who kept a copy of the Satanic Bible
Did she really?
in our locker,
Yeah.
along with her brass knuckles.
See, the funny thing is I think the Anarchist Cookbook is way worse.
Oh, it is.
Than the Satanic Bible.
It is.
Way worse. I mean, so you chant a little bit in that one. The
I
other
don't
one,
know. The baptism's a pretty funky read. Let me tell you that.
The other one,
and the mass, you're not going to want to do a second read on that.
You know what they
one.
don't teach you that one though? How to make a Molotov cocktail.
No.
That's good. Or how to poison somebody with common items.
I guess I'm just happy that both books weren't in our locker at the same time.
Yeah, B-52 is calling it good, man. That's
Aw.
it's funny thing is Sean Wasson, the news junkie, they had news junkie.
Who?
Yeah, who? He hates the B-52s.
Really?
And I love them. And I have for many, many years. It doesn't really fit my profile or brand per se if I even have one of those things. But I absolutely love, because you know why? It goes back to it's different. Like that music. Imagine stumbling into a bar in the late 70s, right? At the height of disco, right? And the height of like almost folk rock. A lot of stuff happening there, right? 70, 78, 79. The English invasion is starting to begin with all the bands from England, the synth bands. And you walk into a bar, and there's that guy. Hello! no.
Right.
And two bouffant-haired people playing songs where the guitar doesn't even have like 3 of the strings. And it's fun, man. It's the most fun music you're going to have.
is.
I would love
But I have to be honest, Jimmy, that is not as weird of a match. Like, I could totally see you getting into the B-52s. It's when you mention your love for Doja Cat that I get a little like, whoa.
Doja Cat's kind of like modern disco. I think that's why I like it a little bit.
Oh, okay.
I think that's a hot
kinda
take.
cute. Yeah,
I think classic alternative is another one people wouldn't pin on you as well.
Oh, I
and
would.
Depeche Mode and Violator. Well, now we know him, but typically you look at Jimmy. He's a classic rock
Yeah,
guy.
that's it, yeah.
Hard rock guy.
That's what all the friends that I have.
all
have
the
that-
rock from classic to hard. Yeah.
It's all classic rock. That's all they care about. So, man, you
Except for his shoes.
like how many
Now,
times?
if you look at his shoes, you could pick out that he was probably a skater boy.
I know, but even with that hard rock thing, I look at Code Black and I'm like, how do you hear those Journey songs again? I mean, how do you do that? And I love those bands, but how do you tune in? Like we have one of our engineers here is genuinely the sweetest dude
yeah.
you could ever meet in your lifetime. This guy's
Still Panthers.
This guy has a window of 5 years. He has a window of 5 years from 80. If it wasn't written between 81 and 80, I'll give him to 86 even, maybe 87. If it's not written in that window, it's not even music to him. It doesn't even matter. It might as well be thrown away.
I think they say your core music demo, the group of what you like, is what you listen to from like 13 to 18.
Which is true. That's for me,
Yeah,
the Police.
Yeah.
And that's what
Sade.
you
So for
also
me,
have
that was,
a big hip hop.
that was classic rock for me.
Right. But again, that's probably the last thing you listen to now.
I like it. No,
Yeah.
I like classic rock just fine. AC/DC, Zeppelin.
Yeah, but I mean, you mix in a
But
bunch of
you're
other
right.
stuff because the way you program the station here on the
Right.
weekend is nothing
Well,
like that.
I don't. Okay. So most of what I no. Most of what I program, I like, but I don't program everything I like.
Right.
Oh,
yeah.
that makes you a smart programmer.
You're hard pressed to find a Springsteen song. Every once in a while, I'll throw one in, but Springsteen is a kind of a love him or hate him thing. And while I love him, I know there's a lot of people who don't have that appreciation, and I'm not trying to impose my will with the music.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find that
Something-
happy medium.
Sure, you're trying to create a vibe, right?
It's like- yeah.
But you can see Jack programming every morning. He's like, okay, Springsteen. Nope, I'm not going to give him that.
Yeah.
In other words, he's not going to give the rest of the station the ability to rag on him for playing the music he likes,
When it-
which is exactly what I would do immediately.
I had a program director who actually taught me. He said the day you start programming the radio station for what you like is the day you're going to
yeah.
start failing, because what
Yeah.
you like may not be mass appeal.
Yeah.
And
Well,
you're trying to get more people to listen, not keep it into a niche spot.
You know, our buddies over at JRR have that thing all the time. Pat Lynch is a full-blown metalhead from the minute he gets up in the morning until the minute he goes to bed. And if that station was his station, all you'd hear is Metallica and Slayer and all that stuff. That's all you'd hear. Going back to Code Black, though, I was like, man, how many times can you hear that Scorpions tune, buddy? How
I don't
many
know,
times?
man. It's
But
Scorpions.
I'm burned. Can I tell you? I'm burned completely out of music right now.
Really?
I've never been in this position in my life. I am burned entirely out on music right now. All I'm doing is listening to stand-up or podcasts. That's all I'm doing right now. Using the iHeartRadio app, it's absolutely as easy as it gets. There's so much blanking content. There's in 4 lifetimes, you could never get through it all. One more interesting than the next. Podcasts are just interesting. I like the exchange of ideas, and music sets modes or moods for me now. When I go home, I'm in still a little bit of a Pink Floyd thing. I'll just bring up the Pink Floyd, play it, let it go, and just cook dinner or whatever. But if I'm in my ride or if I'm listening to somebody talk.
I remember commuting back and forth to school in the 90s thinking, and I remember having this thought. I put on real radio to listen, to the afternoon, and it was, Jim in the afternoons. I started listening, and I'm like, and I had that thought to myself, how many times can I listen to Stairway to Heaven?
Yeah, man, how many times can you hear it? I mean, I don't know if your generation has this, Ross. You have that yet? Or are you kind of burned out on, you still listen to a lot of music, though. You're not there quite here.
Yeah, no, I mean, I have phases that I enjoy music. I just have always felt very uncomfortable with my music taste
Why?
because it's garbage.
You do have terrible taste in music.
Yeah, we all agree.
It's all over the
but
place.
It's not that, it's weird because when you run the show and you pick the music for the show, it is a markedly different feel than when Jack runs the board. When Jack's gone, and I'm saying that because it's way worse.
Jack, you want to tell him?
No, you tell him.
Usually what happens is Jack programs the music when I produce.
So it sounds terrible to make you look like a bad producer?
No. I've heard him do it in the
Because
past.
that's a Jack move.
I've heard him do it. No, but what I would do, and I programmed the music for tomorrow. I did put my least favorite stuff over our regular rotation.
There you go.
I'm like an L King X's and O's. Yeah, I'll drag
Yeah,
that
we'll
in.
do that. That's so good.
You know
All
what?
right.
Tomorrow, I am producing tomorrow. I am just gonna change all those music tunes.
Whoa, time out. Then I'm taking them all out because that's all part of my rotation. I got a spreadsheet, buddy. You can't mess
listen.
up my rotation.
This is a professional operation, Ross.
I'll move them. I've got about 700 songs on this list. I'll move them all to Thursday if you want to have a blank slate for tomorrow. I was trying to save you the work.
Run it. Run it.
Oh, well, let's get ready to hear some B-side French.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think you'll have fun. It'll be great hearing some fresh music. I think it's going to be great.
Oh, yeah.
And just find the right stuff to play under all those talkbacks that you play. Oh, wait, you don't do that. do
No,
you?
because I don't have access to it.
You kind of do.
Should we leave and let you guys
Yes.
get done with this and we'll come back later?
Check
Get
your
outta
email.
here.
All right,
Check your
407-916-104 and Jack's default. Check your email.
Yeah.
He knows it works with me because I never check that.
9 times out of 10, it's the answer.
Yeah, it's going to work with me for sure. Hey, did you check your email? Jack, you know I didn't check my email. Why did you ask me that? Are we married? All right, 407-916-1041. Deb, what's coming up for news?
A mom says she's heartbroken after her teen's amusement park death. A Florida sheriff arrests his own daughter, who faces meth trafficking charges. Meanwhile, another Florida sheriff urges homeowners to shoot intruders and, quote, save taxpayers money, end quote. We'll talk about that and more coming up during Woke News.
Well, it's one of three people.
It's no.
Oh, really?
No, it's going to be a new name for you all.
We got a new Dukes of Hazzard
You
sheriff
got
in
it.
Florida?
You know it.
Well,
They're all competing.
Let's learn who this guy is next.
Got an iPhone? Sweet. Just tell Siri to play Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Heavy traffic now heading west on I-4 between World Drive and 429. It's also heavy eastbound on I-4 coming out of Polk County between U.S. Highway 27 and 429. Slow now, too, between U.S. 192 and State Road 535. Authorities are clearing this wreck on OBT just north of Taft Island Road. The beach line in good shape as well as 417, and the turnpike looks good, too. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Dairy Queen. Hey, DQ fans. The new All-Star Summer Blizzard Treat lineup is here with flavors like the Girl Scout Thin Mints, the new Oreo Dirt Pie, Caramel Fudge Cheesecake, Cotton Candy, and more. There's something for everybody. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Are you a rental property owner? Because if you are, you already know you do a lot of things yourself. Well, take some of that stress off because there are two things you can't do unless you hire the Realty Medics. One, get real-time information on your properties, and two, get an entire year's worth of rent up front. Yes, only the Realty Medics offers upfront rent. You can get a year's worth paid upfront, putting $10,000 to $30,000 in your pocket fast. But also, only the Realty Medics has the Property Performance Dashboard, which allows you to track showings and applications, rent payments, tenant damage estimates, and so much more. Just two more reasons why the Realty Medics are the highest rated and most reviewed property management company in Central Florida. And take just 5 minutes on therealtymedics.com to see how they've made DIY landlording obsolete. And for a limited time, they'll even give you 2 months of management free when you use promo code FREE1041. That's therealtymedics.com, promo code FREE1041.
It's Super Cash time at Old Navy. Right now, redeem your $10 in Super Cash and save $10 on every $25 purchase. Use it on everything. Run to Old Navy or OldNavy.com today. Valid 4/23 to 5/1. Excludes gift cards and clearance. See OldNavy.com/supercash for more details.
Meet Allison, teammate at Truist Bank. Hi. She was born to care, and she always had your back. You could say that. Like that time back in the mid-'80s when she spotted Stacy Kaminsky with her new perm, and a car was coming, about to hit a puddle. So Allison jumps in front of the splash just in time to protect Stacy's fresh curls.
Look, I had to do it. A wet perm just doesn't work.
Today, Allison's a teammate at Truist, the bank that starts with care. When you start with care, you get a different kind of bank. Learn more at truist.com/care. Truist Bank, member FDIC.
Financial strength means having the choices to do what's best for you. An Amscot Cash Advance could put up to $500 in your hand on the spot with no credit check when you really need it and for less than you might think. Amscot. Some restrictions apply.
Let's face it, real estate is broken. Commissions are outrageously high, service is poor, and there's been little to no innovation for the last 50 years. Until now. Let me tell you about Hauser. They're a disruptor brand, kind of like what Uber is for public transportation. They're bringing so many new things to market that truly benefit you, the customer. Flat fee listings that put hard-earned equity back in your pocket. Salaried agents who are local experts that truly have your back. Sellers want to save thousands or get a guaranteed cash offer on your home? Hauser can do that. Buyers searching for your dream home or need to make a cash offer to compete? Use Hauser's cash to win the deal. Yes, you heard me right. Backed by game-changing technology and the best reviews in the industry, Hauser is your go-to company for buying and selling homes. Check them out at Hauser.com. That's HOUWZER.com. Put hard-earned equity back in your pocket. Hauser.com.
Christner's Prime Steak and Lobster is hosting a custom bourbon dinner on Friday, April 29th, and you're invited. Join fellow bourbon lovers to enjoy a 3-course dinner of Christner's classics, along with 4 Woodford Reserve bourbons, expertly crafted to achieve a full, rich, and balanced flavor. Stars of the evening include USDA Prime Strip, crispy calamari, famous Mandarin Orange Cake, and the new Christner's Woodford Reserve Single Barrel Bourbon. Limited seating is available for $140 per person. Reservations required. Call 407-645-4443. Every day is a special occasion at Christner's.
This is a metaphor for your business's journey. Sometimes it feels like the world is throwing everything it has at you. And to succeed, you need someone to guide you through. That's what Dell Technologies advisors do. They have the Windows PCs and tech advice to help you navigate whatever challenges you're up against and get you safely to where you want to be. Call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL. A start to a simpler experience with Windows 11 Pro.
Hand me that nail gun.
Here you go. And here's the fries.
Lunch. Who's hungry?
You know, maybe instead of loading up a nail gun with French fries to feed the crew, we should just order lunch through Easy Cater.
Hey!
Food from all our favorite restaurants.
My bad.
On time and as ordered.
Huh. Load up the hot dogs while I think about it.
Some food just doesn't work at work, but Easy Cater just does. Food for work on time and as ordered from over 85,000 restaurants. Order 24/7 at EasyCater.com.
If you're not careful, you can overpay for a dime and buy thousands of dollars.
Most people go from store to store, website to website shopping for diamonds or looking for 4 C's.
International Diamond Center's Robbie Blue says looking at the 4 C's is not enough.
There are many other criteria that affect how a diamond will look and how it will price out that very few informative sources will tell you about.
That's why at IDC you get a thorough diamond education, learn the inside secrets, and understand how to avoid a costly mistake.
A to Z, from Z back to A, to make sure you understand the investment that you're making and making sure you don't overinvest. In the jewelry industry, you don't get that everywhere. You just get, it's pretty, it's this price, I'll discount it, do you want to buy it? And they don't care if they ever see you again.
So even if you don't buy from IDC, come see us first to learn how to be a smart shopper and buy like a dealer buys. International Diamond Center. Get store hours and directions and learn more at shopidc.com.
Sure, you can use your phone to call a radio station, but iHeartRadio's revolutionized the way you talk to us. Introducing the TalkBack mic inside the free iHeartRadio app. Here's how to use it. Just listen to your favorite iHeartRadio station on the app. When you have something to say, tap the TalkBack mic and record your message. You can even listen back to make sure your message sounds perfect. After all, it could end up on the radio. Talk to your favorite iHeartRadio stations with one tap. Only on the free iHeartRadio app.
iHeartRadio. This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch. Yeah, we like it when you watch. At The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. You can always text us, 77031. Remember, your 3 o'clock keyword is WIN, W-I-N. Just hit over to realradio.fm to send that away for your chance to win $1,000. Monsters had a winner today. Let's get one for us as well. Welcome back. I am Jim, Jack, and Ross sit right over there. Let's get a check of the news. Here's Deb.
And now, it's time for Woke News.
It seems like kind of a misuse of the whole world.
On the Jim Colbert Show.
All right, Woke News brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. The mother of a Missouri teen killed on an Orlando amusement park ride says she's heartbroken over her son's death. Nakia Dodd spoke this morning at a St. Louis news conference, then again on Good Morning America, said she wants 14-year-old Tyree Sampson to be remembered as a loving young man. Dodd's remarks came one day after her family filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Icon Park. It's actually just one of several entities that this lawsuit is targeting. I believe it's at least 5, from the ride operator to Icon Park to the designers of the ride.
I just saw this. I saw that she's suing the park, the operator, quote, and others.
And others. Yeah, there's at least 5. Yeah, exactly, where the teen died after slipping off the drop tower ride. Now, we had talked about before how the adjustments had been made, and again, how large this young man was. 6'5", at least
340 pounds or something.
340 pounds, outweighed the ride by 100 pounds. They say he slipped through like a 7 to 9 inch gap.
Wow.
From that adjustment that they made for his harness to come down, right? They had maneuvered it to appear that he was solidly locked in when he wasn't, and there was that much of a gap. And, of course, the physics with the G-forces that you're facing, his size ended up being nothing in the end. She also said she wants the free fall ride shut down, and she's angry and frustrated the safety measures weren't enough to save her son. Her legal team saying, listen, a $20 strap, it would have cost about $600 to put this safety belt on each of the seats at this ride, and it would have avoided this entire situation. Again, that coming from their legal team.
Sure, yeah.
All right, Orange County Fire Rescue says a helicopter crashed into Lake Apopka early this morning. It happened in Oakland near Hull Island Drive. The pilot thankfully brought to shore, checked for injuries. They were the only person on board, and the cause of the crash is still under investigation.
Unfortunately, though, I heard the guy can snap his fingers and start a fire now.
I enjoyed it.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate that. Also, the other joke is it didn't kill anything. Thank God.
Oh.
Nothing's alive in Lake Apopka because it's so polluted.
Oh, not anymore.
Yeah,
Have you taken that wildlife drive? Apparently, it's like the bomb. It's the.
I think they're still working on it pretty good.
Oh,
I think
they are.
The body of water itself is.
Yeah, there's areas of it, but like where it was in the early 90s, where it was.
Let's do all we can to not remember the jokes I made a second ago. Move on from the story.
I like it. Deb asked you, have you taken that wildlife ride? Like, like that's a possibility for him.
Good point, Jack.
So far over there.
I forgot who I was talking to.
I live in the wildlife.
All right, here's another funny story.
His life is
the
wildlife.
Exactly. All right, the governor wants Florida voters to have more confidence that their vote will count. That's what Governor Ron DeSantis said yesterday at a ceremony in Hernando County where he signed an election security bill into law. The bill establishes an office of over 24 officers to investigate voting irregularities, enhances penalties for ballot harvesting, and requires voter rolls to be reviewed annually. DeSantis says there's nowhere else in the country where you should have more confidence that your vote counts than in the state of Florida.
Not one time have I ever casted a vote in this state and never thought it didn't count.
Right.
Not one time ever have I gone to the polls, and I went to the polls. I've gone every year. Not once have I ever voted and thought, you know what, I hope this winds up in the right hands. Not one time ever. Not once.
The part of this that makes me crazy is, what do you mean that our vote counts? Of course it doesn't, because if it doesn't make Tallahassee happy, then you guys just come in and usurp whatever the local municipality decided for itself. You decide,
wait a minute, there's no evidence of that.
We know better than that. Yeah, from the Keys all the way back up to Tallahassee.
Yeah.
Federal prosecutors are trying to restrict the communications of some January 6th defendants, specifically from Polk County. Justice Department lawyers last week filed a motion to prevent Lakeland's Olivia Pollock, Polk City's Joshua Doolin, and former Lakeland resident Joseph Hutchinson from talking to each other without a lawyer present. Another suspect, Lakeland's Jonathan Pollock, who's Olivia Pollock's brother and Doolin's cousin. It's a twisted family tree, isn't it? Is still at large. So prosecutors suspect Olivia, Doolin, and Hutchinson have been working together to help keep Jonathan to evade capture.
Huh.
So they want to keep them from no more burner phones for them. All right, Orange County commissioners set to decide this afternoon whether to put that penny sales tax proposal on the November ballot. The tax would fund transportation projects that would help reduce congestion, cut down on commute times. An online survey launched by the county showed that 57% of Orange County residents said building mass transit is a top priority. The commission's decision is still forthcoming. So again, if they agree to it today, then it will end up on the ballot before voters in November. And then we'll see what happens from there.
Big cities have mass transit.
Normally, yeah. Again, it's like meeting someone from New York. It's so interesting when they're surprised that you have a driver's license because they've never had need for one while living in the city.
It's weird when you, like I told you guys, I'm on the stand-up kick. Some of the stand-ups are from New York, and part of a lot of that stand-up inevitably is, when they move to L.A. to do their thing, they have to learn how to drive because LA's not laid out like New York. You can hop on a bus or a cab or a subway or whatever and get to where you got to go. But out there, it's not like that. It's too spread out, so you got to get in your car, and they do not care for it. This driving thing sucks. I'm like, come to Orlando. It'll cure you of that. You'll be fine. It's easy to drive here.
That's a tough city to learn how to drive in.
By the way, just for the record, yes, when we went to Dr. Phillips on Friday night to see Nate Bargatze, we're going down I-4, and if I'm lying, somebody shoot a crossbow into my throat.
I don't have one.
A guy driving a city bus 60 miles an hour in the right-hand lane down the 408 watching a YouTube video.
Oh, no.
With about 30 people on the bus. And we were trying to get our phone out fast enough to take a picture from my wife to take a picture. I was driving for my wife to take a picture of it, but he exited onto 436 at the same time, and I'm like, that guy is literally watching a video, holding it up. Like the people on the bus could see him watching the video while driving.
Now, Jimmy, in his defense, maybe it was how to drive a city bus video.
Watching a tutorial.
We all use YouTube University.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we sure do, man. Can't get through any household project without it.
Maybe he was on his ways.
Yeah.
Hey,
I just like the idea of him watching something ridiculous, like a tiny kitchen, like a hamster making pancakes.
Ironically, I think he was watching Speed.
He was watching Back That Ass Up.
A very special blossom.
Well, we just joked about Lake Apopka, but actually health officials are warning people not to swim or boat in Lake Ivanhoe. The Florida Department of Health in Orange County issued that warning today after blue-green algae was found in the lake. The bloom can impact human health and ecosystems, and residents are also urged to keep their pets out of the water and your livestock.
Wow.
Just in case you're bringing any livestock to Lake Ivanhoe.
Probably all the drunk bros from Virginia Avenue peeing into it.
All right, you'll have to get up early to see the next manned rocket launch from Florida's Space Coast. SpaceX is set to launch a Falcon 9 rocket from the Kennedy Space Center at 3:52 a.m. tomorrow morning.
That's not getting up early. That's raging.
Weather conditions are 90% go. The rocket's going to send 4 astronauts to the International Space Station. They'll be aboard SpaceX's new Crew Dragon capsule dubbed Freedom. Of course, this launch comes after the Axiom 1 crew splashed down off the Florida coast near Jacksonville Monday afternoon.
Man, they're having to schedule.
Turning him out.
They're having to schedule time at that space station now. Now it's not just, we'll go up there eventually. Now they're like, we can't come up on Wednesday. Somebody's leaving that day.
Right, exactly.
Got to be there the next day. You literally are waiting for people. It's like at a plane. Like you're waiting for somebody to back out so the other one can back in.
Well, do you remember yesterday when we talked about the Axiom 1 crew when they splashed down, they received the message, welcome back to Earth and thank you for flying on SpaceX.
Oh, man. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.
It's just like an airplane. Literally, when is it going to be when, Ross's kids and their kids are going to hear that, just like we hear when you get off, thank you for flying Southwest.
They didn't have to pay extra for late checkout?
I don't think so, no.
I can't wait to see all the class and great service just plummet over decades of space travel.
Yeah, no doubt.
We used to wear suits on these spaceships.
Can you believe that somebody on the capsule today took their shoes off?
And put their
feet under my seat.
Yeah, exactly.
We used to be able to vape in spaceships.
Yeah. Wear your helmet. You can't make me. Freedom. I've got my rights.
That's when you just jettison them out into space. A Florida sheriff combating addictive drug use in his area is forced to arrest his own daughter on drug charges.
Oh,
but I have to tell you, no, go ahead.
Sheriff A.J. Smith confirmed his daughter was arrested on suspicion of meth trafficking. 38-year-old Kristen Kent also faces other charges, including cocaine possession. Smith's office wrote in a Facebook post that meth does not discriminate and, quote, neither do we. It does not matter who you are. No one is immune, end quote.
Have you seen the picture of this chick?
Yeah.
Can I tell you something? If she was just standing at Walgreens, you could justify arresting her for meth, something to do with meth, because it's eventually going to happen. You can just go, okay, well, you're a meth candidate. We're going to get you in jail. And just go ahead and save ourselves the time of finding you in a flop house eventually.
Well, a Florida
she had a very
sheriff...
meth look is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, scabby. Scabby.
A Florida sheriff says there's nothing wrong with homeowners shooting intruders to, quote, save taxpayers money, end quote.
All right.
Santa Rosa County Sheriff Bob Johnson.
Bob
there's
Johnson.
a new name for y'all.
Sounds like a sausage company.
Made those comments after a homeowner shot at a burglar with at least 17 arrests on his record last week.
There you go, Bojo.
Johnson says, hey, the property owner who opened fire shouldn't be afraid to come forward because they didn't do anything wrong.
We encourage it, he says, right?
Exactly. And under Florida's Stand Your Ground law, a resident faced with an intruder can use or threaten to use deadly force. I still think the same rule applies, though, right? Don't ever shoot someone in the back.
No,
they got to be coming at you. You got to shoot them in the front because once it's in the back, you have no more defense.
Yeah, and don't think you can shoot them, then turn them around.
Yeah, it's not going to work like that. They're
No.
going to figure it out.
They'll know.
They've got TV shows now. They know.
Someone's definitely done that.
You
Shot
know
him
it.
in the back.
Oh, yeah. Dragged him in.
Picked up
dragged
the
him in the
corpse,
house, yeah.
flopped it, shot him again.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He went for it again, officer. I will tell you, if we could find a way to start the whole Bojo thing up there for him, because that just doesn't sound like a nickname a guy in Santa Rosa County would want.
What, Bojo?
There's old Bojo, Bob Johnson.
Yeah, I
old
doubt it.
Bojo.
Yeah, I don't think Bojo's where he's going to want you to go.
Sounds a little too close.
I think it's sticking.
Yeah.
It feels good.
Don't say sticking.
Bob Johnson.
All right, time is running out to vote for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's class of 2022. So far, Duran Duran is winning with more than 900,000 votes.
Good band.
And currently sitting in second place is Eminem, followed by Pat Benatar and the Eurythmics.
Mm-hmm.
Country icon Dolly Parton is fifth, even though she doesn't want to be considered. After voting ends Friday, the top 5 artists will make up a fan ballot and be tallied with others. The inductees will be revealed next month. So out of those, which would you vote for?
How many can get
Duran, Eurythmics, it would be 5. Well, how many? I think it's 5.
It's more than one. I don't understand how this works.
I mean, look,
and then I think ultimately the fan vote counts for very little.
Yeah, that's the thing. 'Cause I think all of those people, I mean, every one of those people have made a mark on rock and roll. I mean, Pat Benatar is one of the first big female rock stars.
Yeah.
Operatic voice. Her and her husband are one of the first couples that made Mark. Eminem is, you don't even need to say that name. Of course, that guy needs to be in there. It's Eminem.
Yeah, and
exactly.
So, and if it's open to hip hop and all different types of music, why not country? And Dolly is iconic.
Yeah, she should have been in there like 30 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to put, like Jack said, if you're going to accept all genres, even though it's called the Rock and Roll, it should be the Music Hall of Fame. But I mean, if it's going to be the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and we've let other hip hop acts in there, I mean, I think Eminem is understood to be one of the top 5 rappers of all time. I mean, he definitely is Hall of Fame.
I don't even think the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is 30 years old.
Yeah.
So when you guys were
Close.
kids, did you guys ever go on a factory tour?
There was one offered to a meat packing plant, but I did not get to go because I think it was $5 and we couldn't pull it off.
Damn.
Yeah.
Just be grateful for that, I have a feeling.
We did do a tour of a Burger King once. They took us to see how Burger King works, just assuming that's where I was going to be at probably 19.
Well, Good Housekeeping magazine has named the Louisville Slugger Museum as the top factory tour in the country.
That's kind of cool. Gibson Guitar Factory used to be one of those as well.
Louisville Slugger topped the Pez factory in Connecticut.
That'd be cool.
The Jelly Belly factory in California.
How about the not Build-A-Bear? What were the bears? Stop it.
Berenstain?
No. Come on, Ross. You son of a bitch.
You want to go see the Build-A-Bear?
No, come on, help me out.
They do have an adult version now.
Gummy.
No, Cabbage Patch Kids. I'm sorry, it's not a bear at all.
Oh,
I mean, the Build-A-Bear store is
better.
basically a factory already.
But the Cabbage Patch place, when that was a hot thing, you remember Cabbage Patch dolls?
No, he wasn't even. I think he was conceived that year.
But those were a big thing. And when you went to buy one of those things, that you toured the factory where they were kind of born.
I was going to say, it wasn't a factory.
It's a weird scenario, buddy. You talking about a weird tour? tour, go to the Cabbage Patch tour thing. It's odd.
Because they're playing the whole born card?
No, it's you go from room to room, and yeah, right. They're born. They're like,
they're born in the
this
Cabbage
doll
Patch,
was
right?
born. It has a little thing. This doll was born on this date. This is its name. I mean, you can't even name your own Cabbage Patch dolls. It comes with one.
Is the whole idea with these babies that they like shoot up out of the ground like a vegetable?
Yeah, that's the thing.
I just remember parents losing their minds for them, and I always thought they were just
Xavier.
ugly.
What was the guy's name? Xavier or something.
They're fat.
I don't know, but that's surprising. Of all the things I wouldn't expect to pull out of your noggin that you remember.
That I've been there. Okay, listen, I have an explanation.
You want to talk about this, man?
Let's talk about it when we get back. Go ahead and finish up.
All right. Well, after the Jelly Belly factory in California comes the Coca-Cola tour in Atlanta, the Warner Brothers tour in Los Angeles. I bet you that would be the bomb.
It is. Jack and I have gone, and it's unbelievable.
Yeah?
I mean, it was very cool.
Well, after that, it's the Ben & Jerry's experience in Vermont.
How about Starbucks?
And the Henry Ford Auto Tour in Dearborn, Michigan.
Wow, really? The roasteries for Starbucks, the one in Seattle, is pretty badass.
Is it close to the Cabbage Patch one?
It's not. That one's in Georgia. I did not know that.
The magazine warns.
Fred, I'm just saying.
The magazine warns not every destination is up and running at 100% capacity due to COVID. So if that's something you plan to do for a family vacation, just check ahead before you go.
Right, yeah. Check ahead with your kids to see how quickly they're going to hang themselves in the closet for not going.
Or because Pop recommended going to see where the Cabbage Patch dolls are born.
I think it's Alpharetta, Georgia.
Who knew that you were such a big Cabbage Patch guy?
I had no idea, dude.
I'm not a Cabbage Patch person. My ex-wife was.
Mm-hmm.
And then
is that the story you're going with?
She cursed you because now
she wanted to go to the Cabbage Patch factory.
Would you say that you have some similarities to that doll?
I was waiting for someone. Can we post some side by sides?
Are you laughing at me?
No.
It sounds like you just said.
I was laughing at Ross.
You want to put side by sides between me and Cabbage Patch Kids.
Well, and Ross does make a very good point.
Yeah, you have some similarities.
He does not. Not at all.
I mean, they both have jowls. You know, they're a little round in the cheeks. They have cheeks. You have cheeks.
Cute.
I am a little heavy now, but I didn't think you'd notice.
Now you all are officially woke. Woke News is brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. And I bet, like so many, you would love to stop paying rent and buy your own home, but you've got so many questions and you're just not sure who to ask. Well, I do, and it's that mortgage guy, Don. Chris and I worked with Don when buying our home in Mount Dora, and he was simply the best part of the home buying process. And it's easy to get that question answered. It's at homeloansradio.com. Look for the Ask Don bubble, and that's it. No obligation, no fear of ever being added to a spam list. Just homeloansradio.com or thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Thanks, Eb. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Got a few minutes left for the keyword win. Just go over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance to win $1,000. Again, it's win. Good luck. We'll be back in a second with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Orlando City plays host to Charlotte FC for their first visit to Exploria Stadium this Saturday. Coverage starts at 7 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1. Orlando City matches on Real Radio are brought to you by Mossy Oak Fence. From the Driveway.com Weather Center.
Hey everybody, good Tuesday to you. Fox 35 Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King now. Fox 35 Storm Center. Want to update just Central Florida weather for you on this Tuesday. Going to be a toasty one, y'all. High temps headed for that 90-degree mark inland, a little cooler along the beaches. Mostly sunny and hot out there with an isolated shower or storm possible after about 3 or 4 o'clock, though coverage very low at 20% or less. A lot of you just hot and dry today. Variable winds at 5 to 10. Again, highs near 90. 67 tonight, partly cloudy, mild conditions. South-southwest winds at 5. We've got a front that'll enter the scene from the northwest tomorrow. Looks like primarily afternoon showers and storms, 30% chance of that. Highs on Wednesday at 89. Cooler behind the front with dry, sun-filled conditions on Thursday with a high of 82. For Fox 35, I'm Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King.
This report is sponsored by the Market Disruptors Live May 6th through May 8th in Dallas, Texas. In these uncertain times, it's never been more important to grow your wealth and protect your freedom. Learn how to do that and more with today's top experts at Market Disruptors Live, May 6th through the 8th in Dallas, Texas. Save your spot now at MarketDisruptorsLive.com.
Man, here in Central Florida, it is so unbelievably important your AC works perfectly every time you ask it to. that it is Mills Air that I lean on for that very thing. These guys always take great care of me. They have Ross as well, and many, many other Central Floridians with 30 years of experience in keeping Central Florida cool. They have you covered. Their techs know all the brands inside and out. You don't need to worry about what kind of AC you have. They know how to fix it. Chances are have the parts ready to go right now. Plus, they're Carrier factory authorized dealers. That means up to $1,275 in rebates towards that brand new Carrier unit. Turn to the experts at Carrier, and always turn to the experts at Mills Air. Family owned and operated, ready to help you right now. 407-277-1159. You can also book your appointment online at millsair.com.
From the host of the hit true crime podcasts Dr. Death and Bad Batch comes a brand new, unbelievable story. Sympathy Pains investigates the shocking tale of one woman, a former nurse, who spent nearly 20 years faking illnesses and tragedies until her victims confronted her on national television.
Sarah DeLashmit told people she had leukemia or muscular dystrophy, even Ebola. She knew enough to be convincing, but it was all a lie.
Listen to Sympathy Pains on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hurry in during Ram Truck Month, where you'll find J.D. Power's #1 brand in new vehicle quality in 2021. And right now, get 0% financing for 72 months on 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn and Laramie Crew Cab models. For 2021 J.D. Power award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Not compatible with any other offer. 0% APR financing for 72 months equals $13.89 per month per 1,000 financed for well-qualified buyers through Chrysler Capital, regardless of down payment. Not all buyers will qualify. See dealer for details. Take retail delivery by 5/2/22.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Hi there. I've got some kind of a leak at my kitchen sink.
Sorry, we can't take your call. We've all gone to a self-improvement seminar.
But there's water leaking all over the...
However, there's still hope if you'll just wait a few hours longer.
Hours?
But waiting is good. It's a chance to reconsider your choices in life.
Oh no, this can't be happening.
Above all, be present. Don't dismiss your feelings.
Not worried about my feelings. There's water going everywhere.
Try to see this as an opportunity, a way to grow as a person.
You know, this would never happen with Frank Gay.
True enough, but you didn't call Frank Gay.
Not this time.
The universe is sending you a message. You just need to hear it.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you have a leak, you need solutions on your schedule. A helpful expert who can find the problem and fix it fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
Have you heard the message? Hello? Are you still there?
That's the Frank Gay way. FrankGayServices.com.
Running a business comes with pressure. Remote workforces, HR compliance, retaining top talent. You start to feel boxed in. Fortunately, there's Insperity. They put 30-plus years of HR service and technology to work, offering my employees competitive benefit options while lightening my HR load. Instead of obstacles, I'm surrounded by people empowered to be their best. With Insperity, nothing seems impossible. Insperity, HR that makes a difference.
Every 3 seconds, there's a new victim of identity theft. A criminal could be applying for loans in your name or even selling your personal info on the dark web. Protecting your identity can be easy with LifeLock by Norton. LifeLock monitors your info and alerts you to potential identity threats. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but with LifeLock, it's easy to help protect yourself. Save up to 25% off your first year at LifeLock.com with promo code NEWS.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
All smashed up, don't know what to do. Just call Mo so you won't be singing the blues. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO.
Orlando Attorney Mo DeWitt, sung by a non-attorney spokesperson.
Spring it on with new hummus and roasted tomato and avocado and roasted tomato toast from Dunkin'. Creamy hummus or savory avocado spread on sourdough bread, topped with oven-roasted tomatoes, vine-ripened and perfectly seasoned. America runs on Dunkin'. Participation may vary. Limited time offer.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by The Original Mattress Factory.
If you like us here, like us everywhere. Real Radio 104.1 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. We now return to the Jim Colbert Show. Already in progress.
Good afternoon, it's Melinda. Jim, Doja Cat is not new disco. She raps, she sings, she does it all. She's fantastic, but she's kind of like hip-hop pop. That's it. Bye.
Yeah, Jim.
I told you it was a hot take.
I mean, this one isn't as disco-y as the big hit that she had, but the first one was kind of disco-y. What's the first one, Joe? All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. This is what I'm talking about. Listen to this. Come on, man. This sounds like Daft Punk. Like, this could be a Daft Punk record.
Produced, maybe.
Now, can't you just picture Jim Colbert, the Cabbage Patch Doll of Orlando?
I'm watching him do it now.
How you can
doing
tell
the Cabbage Patch.
It's the guitar parts. Like, that's if you listen to all the 70s songs, they have those guitar parts, a little staccato. It's almost the same thing they do in reggae. It's like chop, chop.
Well, I do want to thank Logan for tweeting me a photo of the Jim Colbert Show
Cabbage
Patch doll that she found.
That's pretty close,
isn't it?
Needs a goatee though.
Just
and
needs
some,
a little goatee.
If you really want
alcohol wrinkles.
If you really want a journey, go to our Instagram story.
Okay.
Why did you do that? We're on the air.
It's respectful.
Well,
Isn't it? It doesn't feel like it should be.
He did it during the break. You guys are looking at it on the air.
Yeah.
Is that the Real Radio 104.1 Instagram?
Get out of here.
That is the Jim Colbert Show's Instagram.
A Jim Colbert Show? Excellent. All right.
Not even close. Not even close.
Oh, but it's worth seeing. Definitely go to Jim Colbert Show on our Instagram.
Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb is here. Jack is here. That's it. That's it. That's all that's here today.
I have a huge crush on Doja Cat.
Nobody else is here. I mean, she's a very adorable. How old is she? Like 25?
I don't
26?
know. I don't know. I should look that up before I say that.
Yeah.
Right?
It's creepy. You got to be careful. You're getting into that age where you can't comment on girls below like maybe 25. You're getting to that point where it gets super creepy.
We're good. 26.
Okay.
And I guess, it's creepy.
No. When you get into your mid 30s and you start making comments about girls under the age of 25, it's creepy. Most people are going to think that's creepy.
We should write like some sort of guideline for that.
What do you mean for that? What is the youngest girl I can find attractive where it's not creepy?
Yeah.
No, I'm asking you.
Oh, that's the
what's the question?
Because
for me,
you,
it's different.
5 years younger than you.
No, get out of here. 61?
That wouldn't even count for his wife.
I know.
Oh, sorry. I'm
She's
really
9
slow.
years, guys. Just simply 9 years. You can barely tell.
So what happened? Okay, so I can't do the same thing.
You cannot, because it's different for you. Because, like, for me, if I even find, like, a 30-year-old attractive, it's creepy to me. Like, if you look at a 30-year-old, you're like 30 years old. Yeah, I'm 54. That's 24 years younger than me.
Yeah.
That means, I was getting married when this person was born.
What about me? Does it matter how old you look?
That does not come into play, John.
Not at all?
Yeah, it does. I think it does.
It doesn't come into play. It's the number that matters, and the number is it.
I think it's the kerosene, though, to the fire.
What's kerosene?
Is that not what the word is? But okay, come on, hit it with me. What word am I looking for?
It's kerosene.
Kerosene.
Oh my
not kerosene. It's not Japanese. It's on a sushi roll. You racist.
I didn't even say what. That escalated.
Come on,
kerosene.
Ross.
No, you said kerosene.
I said Kira. I don't even
kerosene.
know.
Yeah,
K-I-R.
Yeah. Or K-Y-R, I guess, if they're progressive.
Long E that sounds like an A.
Don't do it. Ross, don't.
Ross, come on, man.
God, Ross.
We try to keep it above board here, man. Please don't.
Stop. This is when I'm happy that we have cameras. Because my hands...
People can see the board on your computer that you use to play sound effects?
Actually, they can't see our hands.
Yeah, and your hands were...
That's how I'm able to keep shoving gummy bears in my face.
Not in view when you were hitting those buttons.
Can you believe that guy just tried to play that off on one of us?
I know.
Oh, 1,000...
Unbelievable.
Jack,
the nards on that dude.
Unbelievable,
They must
man.
be basketballs.
I've already revealed what my hands are doing, which you can
Stop
see
picking.
right now.
Right
Sorry.
Here, right here. Mine are right here.
Yeah, if you
I'll
missed
show you
us,
one.
Here's an update.
Let's get the other one on a gummy bear bag.
I was just going to say in a bag of candy.
If you're
Is that
just,
what okay, we can call it that.
if you're just joining us, Jack scratches himself until he bleeds.
Yeah.
Okay, and?
And Deb, I think, just made a masturbation joke.
She did. She did. But it's 3:54, and that's fine. All right, 407-916-1041. Got another keyword for you coming up. We'll do What'd You Do That's New next. Hang loose.
Oh.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
It's still a stop-and-go ride on I-4 coming out of Polk County between U.S. Highway 27 and 429. If you're heading eastbound, expect delays here and also between U.S. 192 and State Road 535. Westbound heavy as well between World Drive and 429. Authorities still working a clear crash on Orange Avenue just north of Michigan Street at Crystal Lake Street. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by the Our American Stories podcast.
Aaron Burr was a complicated man. He supported the end of slavery and was a Revolutionary War hero, and also planned to raise an army to invade Mexico. Be sure to listen to this week's edition of Our American Stories on the iHeartRadio app, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Let the Mossy family protect your family. You know, that's more than just a slogan. That is a fact. A home with a fence is 5 times less likely to get broken into, and a Mossy Oak fence is added security that you can count on. Our friends over at Mossy Oak are fence freaks. That means freaks on quality, your satisfaction, and your security as well. Skilled craftsmen over there use only the very best materials, and they set it in wet mixed concrete for maximum stability and security. Mossy Oak Fence has been providing security to families since 2007. Hop on board and enjoy what it's like to have a quality Mossy Oak fence. I do. You will love yours as well. Visit them today and book your appointment at mossyoakfences.com.
Introducing the Amscott Installment Cash Advance. From $100 to $1,000 with no credit checks and flexible payment options. That's more money and more time to pay it back. Amscott. Some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
If you've been involved in a car accident and are not sure of your legal options, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. And take back control of your life.
Office in Orlando. Stop avoiding your erectile dysfunction issue. Peak Performance for Men is offering your best offer yet. Call today to book your free consultation and free blood flow evaluation. 1-800-210-8181. Peak Performance for Men helps over 80% of men who receive the treatment experience long-term improvement. Let the experts at Peak Performance for Men help you today. All it takes is one phone call for a free consultation, free blood flow evaluation. Call 1-800-210-8181. That's 1-800-210-8181.
Are you overpaying on your car loan? Consumer Reports found that the majority of people are. And that's where Upstart comes in. Borrowers save an average of $80 every month by refinancing at a lower interest rate. Check your rate at upstart.com/auto is quick, easy, and won't impact your credit score. Check your rate at upstart.com/auto and start saving today. Savings are estimated based on all consumers who were approved for a car loan through Upstart and accepted their final terms.
Do you want to sell your home fast and easy without a realtor? This is Gabriel with Florida Cash Home Buyers. You can sell us your home in 7 days or on your time frame. We can even pay you a cash advance before the closing. Call us at 407-410-9000. We can buy your home in any condition. No cleaning or fixing anything. And there's no commissions or fees. Call us today for a free cash offer. 407-410-9000. That's 407-410-9000.
My Friday nights usually spent out, but since my friends got Xfinity Internet, Friday nights in are where it's at. Because Xfinity has supersonic Wi-Fi faster than a gig to power a house full of devices all at once. We got our shows streaming, playlists bumping, and games galore. Now that's unbeatable internet for every great night in. Come on, y'all. The coasters aren't just for decoration.
Learn more about supersonic Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Or get started with 50 megabits per second internet for $25 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today to learn more. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Ends 4/28/22. Restrictions apply. New Connect Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Gig Wi-Fi requires gig internet and X-Fi gateway. Actual speeds vary.
At 7-Eleven, 6 days of coffee equals a 7th cup free when you scan the 7-Eleven app. Drink coffee twice a day, that's 2 free a week. Math tastes good. 7-Eleven, you brew you. Terms and conditions apply. See 7-Eleven.com for more details.
When you owe the IRS or state sales tax and can't pay, call J. David Tax Law for effective tax help. J. David Tax Law can stop IRS or state collection actions and protect you from financial ruin. Call J. David Tax Law for a no-cost consultation at 407-603-3962. That's 407-603-3962 or at jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
You can't get much for $5 these days. Unless you go to Wendy's for a $5 Biggie Bag. Get your choice of double stack, junior bacon cheeseburger, or crispy chicken BLT. Plus 4-piece nugs, fries, and a drink. All for just $5. That was smooth, wasn't it? That's how you're gonna feel when you get that Biggie Bag at Wendy's.
U.S. price and participation may vary. Includes 4-piece nuggets, small soft drink, and small fry. Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors. Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind studio. Your accident, your future, your attorney. Contact them at whenyounneedus.com or call pound 546 from your cell. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now number 1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BILLS. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on Facebook.
Jim Colbert Show, it's Concrete Mike. I want to talk about factory tours. My father worked for a weapons arsenal in upstate New York called the Waterbleed Arsenal and built howitzer tubes and ran CNC lathes to make all the bomb shells and the cannon tubes and all that stuff. So that was a cool tour. They did it once a year. They called it Family Day. We got to see a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, that sounds fun, man. One of the greatest songwriting teams in the history of modern music. Never been embarrassed to be a fan of this band. Never once ever been embarrassed to be a Bee Gees fan.
I didn't realize how prolific they were songwriting until I watched that documentary on HBO.
Jesus Age.
It was fantastic.
For about 10 years, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. I'm Jim. Deb's right there.
Hello.
Jack is here.
Hi.
So is Ross. And he's looking fine.
Hey, thanks, man. that was weird.
That was.
You gonna rock the leather jacket all through the summer, bro? It's odd. It's a little warm out there, right?
It's cold in this room.
Is it now?
Oh, wow. Remember? Their room is comfortable.
Oh, yeah. I totally forget as Deb and I soak these seats with our own butt sweat.
Speak for
Literally
yourself.
sweat them through. You guys enjoy the nice chilly atmosphere of your room that's just 15 feet away from ours.
I could use like a sweater or a cardigan.
Yeah,
all right,
you could use their ass's sweater.
Your 4 o'clock keyword is BILLS, BILLS. Go to realradio.fm and send that off. It'll tell you how to do that when I tell you that. It's easy. Again, it's BILLS. Good luck. We want you to win that $1,000. Remember to pick up your phone if you get a call in the next hour if you're playing the game. All right, let's do What You Do That's New.
Tragedy! What you do that's new. What you do that's new. Hey! If we only knew something new to do, we're alive and you. Tell us something new brought to you by Clausman Law.
That's right, Clausman Law, KLAUSMAN Law.com. Offices Winter Park, 407-917-1718. Car crash, call Clausman. We'll talk to Glenn on Thursday for Colbert Court for sure. All right, What'd You Do That's New? If you're just tuning in every Tuesday around 4 o'clock, we do a little thing where we go around the room, and one person each week chooses something for the others to watch, listen to, or read. Then we gather that following Tuesday to talk it over and choose something else. This week, it is Deborah's choice. Jack will be on the clock as soon as we're done discussing this. Deb?
Yeah, I picked Ali Wong's third Netflix series, Don Wong. About an hour long. She covers everything from parenthood, kids, marriage, all kinds of things in between. And it's not surprising that she was just separated from her husband of 8 years this year. And after watching this special, most people would go,
How about
I understand.
How about this month?
Yeah,
She literally got separated. It says on Wikipedia, April 2022 that they announced their separation. And it'll take about 14 minutes of this special to know why. For one thing, I tell you what, I'll go first. Who wants to go first? I do.
Oh, no, don't do that. Ross's voice doesn't have the same.
Oh, no, do it.
No. Tuesday admin office. It's disgusting. Like, it's disgusting.
It is the filthiest.
I mean, it is the one thing that you are not going to be prepared for when you see this little Asian woman on stage with her glasses and her cute little tennis shoes and her little skirt thing or whatever. You are not going to believe how nasty this special is. It is, can I tell you? It may be the most graphic comedy special I've ever listened to. Sexually, it may be the most graphic.
No, not with all the Andrew Dice Clay stuff that you've talked about over the years.
Andrew Dice Clay does not talk. The one. Let's be done. I'll do that. Andrew Dice Clay does not spend 10, 11, 14 minutes of his act talking about a very specific sex act. That is, you're gonna have to get your makeup redone.
It depends, not necessarily.
Well, I mean, Deb, thanks. I appreciate that. But that was just the assumption that's the case.
Yeah, Deb's like, sometimes I don't wear makeup.
Well, you have waterproof makeup.
But with that said, like you as a man, I don't know that I could come out on stage and do 11 straight minutes on doing that to somebody and have people laugh the entire time. I think because she's a woman, she gets away with a lot. This special.
The women in the audience understood exactly what she was talking about and laughed their asses
off. They were dying. I don't know about you guys.
Were.
It was pretty funny, pretty clever.
They loved it.
She has incredibly good stage presence and really good delivery. She's a total pro. But the content of this was a little surprising to me. It was a little graphic.
Surprise!
There's definitely some of my favorite bits were her referring to herself getting as an older Asian woman becoming an owl.
Exactly.
That was a really fun act out.
And always walking around in a down jacket.
Exactly. With her arms crossed with that stoop.
So there were moments that I did enjoy, but it really tainted my experience watching this, knowing that she's getting a divorce.
Yeah.
And she got one.
Yeah.
So it's almost watching someone dismantle
their own marriage. It was an attack on it from the very first, literally from the first two sentences. It was basically an attack on her marriage.
Entertainment value.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why when people are like, oh man, that's just jokes. Well, do a little bit more research and find out that they are not together anymore.
Yeah, they're not.
And to know that that's the Netflix special, I mean, there was certain parts that I was like, damn, dude, I would be not happy.
But you know what? If that was your man or that was your woman up there saying what she wanted to do to Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
And let's just say it requires.
Just leave it at that.
Yeah.
I think most people can figure it out. They've got their phones.
Yeah, I mean, and then talking about how she wants to cheat on him over and over. I mean, it was very funny. There's no question it was funny. But the whole time, you're right, knowing that they were separated made it a little different.
And it also pointed out, it's like, wow, this is why Ross steers, and a lot of comics, I would think, will steer clear away from this ultra personal stuff. Because
unless that's the only thing dominating your life.
Yeah,
because that's what you're right about.
I mean, Ross doesn't.
It's tough. I mean, and sometimes I do. It really depends on just what the bit is asking of me to perform. I know recently I've been doing a lot of this fiance stuff, and in the beginning, I make the joke of saying that I proposed, and man, I messed up. And just for shock value for people to lean in more, and then by the end of all the fiance material, I'm getting pretty mushy and vulnerable by the end of it when it comes to being a husband to this individual that I really love, just so I can have somewhat of an arc of a beginning, middle, and end within these 10 minutes. But
the other thing, I mean, she takes him out at a bunch of different levels. Talking about the making more money thing.
Yeah.
Like of that entire thing, and I'm not just saying, look, it's considerably more equal playgrounds now, but one of the things, you can talk about a man's penis size all you want. Men can just keep their pants on, and that's always a guess. But when a woman starts emasculating you about who makes more money in the household, something that's been done to women for a very long time, I'm not saying it's not fair play, but boy, you really want to hit a dude or some dudes where it really matters. That's the stuff that would, of all the things on that stage, there are a number of guys I know that would be able to set all that sex stuff aside and say, yeah, but that one right there, you can't say that.
Especially in an Asian culture.
So I just, I brought it up on Twitter right before we started just to see what the latest was, and someone else tweeted out that his parents made her sign a prenup because he was a Harvard graduate.
Right.
Not realizing that she would be
the one that would blow up.
Yeah.
Because when they got together, she talks about not having any money, being 20 pounds heavier than she is, a lot of acne on her face, and she was catching herself a Harvard grad so that she could not, because the comedy thing wasn't really working out for her.
So that said, when Deb assigned this, I'm like, oh, this will be a fun family night. Got my wife, daughter, and
You
boyfriend.
did not do that.
We all sat down to watch this nice Asian lady tell some jokes. Deborah.
Did you really do that?
Deborah Roberts.
Did you really gather your family around to watch that?
Oh, this is fabulous.
She
dog
says
still won't look us in the eyes.
She says the P word more than Dice Clay says the F word.
Yeah, I would also agree with you. It is truly one of the filthiest sets.
It
that
is
has to be on Netflix.
59 minutes long, and from sentence 3, it is a ride of P word and C words and D words. She has obviously put a lot of thought into getting out there and spreading that love around because, man, she is obsessed with it. The entire thing basically is about how she wants to get her groove on.
It's funny, I didn't hear confirmation that they were separated until today when I came in and you guys told me, because I thought that maybe people were just basing that rumor out of the special itself, meaning, oh, of course they're getting separated. Look at that act of everything that was said. But to hear it was actually confirmed is like, wow.
And they goofed it when they first, I don't know if you saw, but for a while there was the hashtag wrong Asian trending, because when the announcement was first made that she and Justin were separating, they used her co-star in a Netflix show that she's on, Randall Park, I believe is his name. They used his photo as saying that was the man she was divorcing. And so that ended up taking over the story of them getting divorced, was that they used the hashtag wrong Asian to make the story up.
Huh.
I think I messed up watching it first thing this morning.
Yeah, you should have watched it with your family and
Absolutely.
after dinner.
So you can hear the P word yelled 16,000 times.
Yeah.
That's what I had for breakfast. But you actually bring
Hey,
up
Grandma, come on, we're gonna watch a comedy special.
She's talking about the contents of her panties. Come here, hurry.
Deborah Roberts recommended it.
the gorilla.
You know, Deb.
The Gorilla Glue line.
Oh, yeah, man.
Woo! So you brought up a great point, because halfway through watching it, I legit thought to myself, I couldn't do this. I couldn't do this material. I don't think you can walk out, and props to, I mean, you got to know what you're all about. You got to know what your persona is. But then I thought about me walking out and doing just 20 minutes about cheating on my significant other.
Yeah.
And that is, I think, a little bit different.
And the thing is, the irony is how she ends the show.
Yeah.
And that, kids, is how you have a successful marriage.
Right?
Yeah, and maybe she was just being facetious or sarcastic, because, of course, now we know the truth. But you know what's weird? So the guy she married, this guy Justin Kanata or Kanaka? Hakuda.
Sorry, it was the last one.
Hakuna Matata. Why don't you just throw that one in there, Jim?
Thank you.
Hakuna Matata.
Hakuda? Hakuna.
No. Hakuta.
I
you said Hakuna, like Hakuna Matata.
Hakuta.
Very
Okay,
nice.
but
Justin
why did you
Hakuta.
put the voice on?
Hakuta.
Yeah, no.
Where is it?
No.
Where is it? Ross,
do you
hit
mean,
the
no,
button.
no, no?
Ross,
I'm
hit
not,
that.
I don't have
Yep.
the button.
Go ahead.
This
Play
is
that
not-
thing you
he's
played
not gonna
earlier.
do it. He's not
Okay.
going to do it.
The other,
Damn it.
Jack's not going to do it.
He's not going to do
the
it
other
now.
thing that
Ross learned his lesson. He knows we're all watching him.
the other thing I found that's odd about this is I found out by the end of it I don't know that I liked her a whole bunch.
Yeah, she's not the most likable.
She wasn't very likable. Like as I started watching the thing, I was like, "Wow, okay, that's funny." And then 3/4 into it, you realize that she's kind of maybe not joking a little bit. Like this is something that she put a lot of thought into, this cheating thing. And then she said something about how she just hooked this guy up. She didn't really talk about being attracted to him. She's like, I just landed this guy because he was a Harvard grad, and I needed something in case my comedy career didn't go well. Now my comedy career is going well, and I don't need him anymore. I mean, it just.
Well, now it reads like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a plan more than a joke.
Yeah, but it was a joke until you found out they're really separated.
Right, exactly. If
Other
you
than
didn't-
that, it sounds like,
Right, but
it's just a routine.
If you didn't know going into it,
but
you
it
wouldn't
does-
be surprised after it.
But
though.
it doesn't matter. Not one person who watches this, I would like everybody, not one person's going to not feel a little sympathetic for her husband, right?
Oh, yeah.
Especially
you're
now.
You're watching that thing and you're going, wow, man, she is legit taking this guy out. Could you imagine if
Yeah.
a male comic did that to their wife?
That's what I thought
Could
about
you
the whole
imagine
time.
that?
I just
and this
thought...
guy's not in comedy. He's a businessman. Now he's got to go in there with all this businessmen people and his Harvard grad buddies. And then now the whole conversation is about how his wife likes this and his wife likes that. Did you do this to her? I mean, she describes, I mean, if it's true, a very specific sex act that now people are going to look at this guy, her own kids for that matter, are going to be able to hear that.
I did think about her daughters.
Oh, man, her daughters
Yeah.
are going to get to hear that.
Yeah.
What? So, did you catch yourself being sympathetic for that husband?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then that's the thing, and I guess maybe that's where I felt a little weird about it, is that the one thing that I don't want out of any comedy special, a sketch or anything, is the feeling sympathetic about somebody who's not on the show.
Yeah, you do not want that. And buddy, let me tell you, she set that guy up and and look, I understand the idea of being honest. There are repercussions to that though. That whole honesty works thing. And, I just think the repercussion is she doesn't look like a very savory person today, and her husband kind of looks like a victim.
But she had nice legs.
407-916-1041. Text us 77031. We'll find out what Jack chooses for what you do that's new. By the way, great choice, Deb. Great choice.
Oh, my God.
What? It was a great choice.
I think it was.
It was. I mean, think about the conversation that just created. Are
I
you
laughed,
kidding?
but because there's real world implications to the piece of entertainment we just watched.
That's right.
It's just fascinating.
Stop being such a pea. Good Lord.
I think you
Ali
could.
Wong joke there because she said it a bunch.
You're on a hot streak today.
Yeah, you are, man. Just open his mic and let him go.
Back in a sec.
What you do that's new, brought to you by Glenn Klossman, KLNUSNANLAW.com.
Proudly sponsored since day one by Glenn Klossman, KlossmanLaw.com.
From the Klossman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Klossman Law. KlossmanLaw.com.
Our heaviest traffic continues westbound on I-4 between World Drive and 429. We're seeing delays too between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway. Eastbound still heavy coming out of Polk County between US 27 and 429. And we're seeing eastbound delays too between US 192 and State Road 535. No reported problems right now on 417. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Staples Stores. Staples has everything your office needs at great prices. And this week, when you spend $100 on anything in store, you'll earn a $30 Staples Store bonus. Limit 1, ends 4/30. Rewards members only. And bonus must be redeemed in store. See staplesconnect.com/store bonus for details. Staples.
It's no secret that DIY security systems are a joke, and no self-respecting crook pays attention to them. Most cops don't either. Most national alarm companies aren't much better, but they do charge more. SafeTouch security systems are the most advanced offered on the market. It starts with every SafeTouch system being professionally designed. They use layers of protection, actually. They begin with a SafeTouch yard sign that represents the only guaranteed response in the industry. Next layer, SafeTouch perimeter guard cameras using analytics and text video notification, alerting you before the crime actually happens, and 24/7 onboard video storage as well. That camera also alerts criminals they've been detected and they're being recorded. Plus, the always-on feature means that if anybody tries to violate your area of protection, SafeTouch is notified before they even enter the house. They call it their dome of protection. Plus, they have the two-way communicator with an average of 11 seconds. That means no call for verification needed. Sending emergency help is immediate. Plus, they're professionally installed by highly trained pros, and the monitoring system is right here as well. All this costs way less than you think. All you have to do is call 888-723-8682. Get that free estimate and demonstration today. Just visit safetouch.com. State license ZF233.
With all the new people moving here recently, we thought it'd be a good idea to explain International Diamond Center. If you've lived here a while, you already know this, so bear with us. International Diamond Center, also known as IDC, is not an ordinary jewelry store. It was started decades ago by a major East Coast diamond supplier, Keith LeClaire. Keith had international connections with diamond cutters and would sell diamonds to upscale jewelry stores. Then he decided to start selling direct to the public at prices that undercut traditional jewelers in a big way. This no middleman approach caught on big, and now IDC is one of the largest and most successful jewelers in America, still providing exceptional quality and astonishing value. So if you've just moved here from New York or California or wherever, know that IDC is the area's go-to place for diamonds, fine designer jewelry, and Swiss timepieces. Just be prepared to be a little shocked when you see how great our values are, especially compared to where you came from. International Diamond Center. Just another great reason you made the move south. Get details, directions, store hours, and more at shopidc.com.
Let's face it, real estate is broken. Commissions are outrageously high. Service is poor. And there's been little to no innovation for the last 50 years. Until now. Let me tell you about Hauser. They're a disruptor brand, kind of like what Uber is for public transportation. They're bringing so many new things to market that truly benefit you, the customer. Flat fee listings that put hard-earned equity back in your pocket. Salaried agents who are local experts that truly have your back. Sellers, want to save thousands or get a guaranteed cash offer on your home? Hauser can do that. Buyers, searching for your dream home or need to make a cash offer to compete? Use Hauser's cash to win the deal. Yes, you heard me right. Backed by game-changing technology and the best reviews in the industry, Hauser is your go-to company for buying and selling homes. Check them out at Hauser.com. That's HOUWZER.com. Put hard-earned equity back in your pocket. Hauser.com.
Do you like no-filter, full flavors? The makers of Smirnoff Ice got you covered. Smirnoff Ice Smash is a collision of delicious fruit flavors, like strawberry and lemon, peach and mango, or pineapple and coconut. It's a premium malt beverage, 8% alcohol by volume, and you can get it in both 16 and 24-ounce cans. If you want a no-filter, full-flavor option to start off your weekend, pick up a Smirnoff Ice Smash at your local store today. Smirnoff Ice Smash, bold flavor for the people. Please drink responsibly.
Introducing the Amscott Installment Cash Advance. From $100 to $1,000 with no credit checks and flexible payment options. That's more money and more time to pay it back. Amscott. Some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
Spring on the cold brew at Dunkin'. Whether you're in the mood for salty with our rich and creamy salted caramel cold foam or sweet with our smooth and velvety sweet cold foam, we've got the perfect sips. DD Perks members can enjoy a medium for $3. America runs on Dunkin'.
Exclusions, additional charges, and terms may apply. Participation may vary.
Hi guys, it's me, Brian Baumgartner, and maybe you've heard my podcast, The Office Deep Dive. Well, now I'm expanding it into even more of your favorite shows in my new podcast, Off the Beat.
Hey everybody, I'm Rob Riggle.
Hi, I'm Allison Hannigan.
My name is Jamie Lynn Segler, mezzo-soprano.
Eric Stone Street. I played Cameron Tucker.
Listen to Off the Beat on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
Jimmy, don't worry about what the rest of the guys think about your jokes. They don't understand how intelligent and highbrow your jokes are. They just can't comprehend it. Look, man, I know you're one of the most intelligent people that I've ever met. even when you're with your, even when you're with.
This is why I don't trust anybody.
Forget it.
This is why I don't trust anybody. This guy's like, oh, here comes a compliment. I get to feel good about myself today. Oh, no. Kick that chair right up from under me. Pull the football back, Lucy.
Hey, Jim, what's the name of the show you're on?
Jim Colbert Show.
Shut up.
Unless it was just gifted to me by somebody who...
No, it was not.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. 4 o'clock keyword is Bills. Bills. Go get that money, man. Go to realradio.fm. Send that away for your chance to win $1,000. Monsters had a winner this morning. Let's get one in our shot. We have this keyword, one more at 5 o'clock, and we're out of here for a Tuesday. So, again, your 4 o'clock keyword is Bills. Good luck. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. Continuing on with What'd You Do That's New. We didn't get a chance to get to Jack's decision because Deb's took all of the segment to discuss.
Also, about how filthy Deb is. I mean, the special was.
One last little comment about that Ali Wong special. Did anybody get a little, horned up?
Did I mention her legs?
Yeah, but
because of the talk? Because of the language she was using?
The language was so...
Because it's so nasty.
So provocative.
It was so nasty that it started pulling on my animal strings.
Yeah, no, it did not hit me like that.
Because it's so nasty.
It did not hit me like that. No, it sure didn't.
It hit me like that.
Did it? Good for you.
Oh, yeah.
Is that worse than saying the stuff about Lee?
Anyway, it was Ali Wong, and the special is called Don Wong, and it's her third Netflix special available on it.
That just makes me laugh. Don Wong.
59 minutes, and just make sure that it's an adult crowd there because it is.
Yeah, don't do like Jack.
Oh, man.
Don't invite your daughter and her boyfriend
and
your wife.
Yeah,
this is.
How long before they all left the room, Jack?
Oh, boy, Deb. 3/4 of the way through.
Oh, no, they hung in there for the whole time?
Yeah, that's only...
While you prayed for them to leave the room?
Oh, 3/4 of the way is that bad. They only heard the P word 16 times.
Oh, that's so... I'm glad to hear your daughter liked it, and probably your wife. It was a good choice.
It was just my wife and I.
Oh, by the end?
Yes, by the start, too. Right. And I did laugh out loud. It was it was funny. It was filthy, but funny.
Very filthy.
I laughed, Mike.
And apparently very sexy to Ross.
My selection for you is something very different than that.
It's going to cleanse our souls from what I assigned.
First, show of hands. Has anyone seen Hotel Transylvania Transformania? Oh, Deb, you've seen it.
I'll watch it again.
I'll go to the next thing. Last
Shut
night,
up, Ross.
Hold on. No. Nope. You're not just going to blow right by that. That's not going to happen. How many Hotel Transylvanias are there? And nobody's talking except Jack. How many are there?
Oh, I don't know. I just know this is the newest one. It's called Transformania.
Well, here's the problem with this one, though. Okay? It doesn't have Kevin James or Adam Sandler.
Oh, it's straight to DVD?
No, it's still good. It still has Andy Samberg.
It says
and
Adam
Selena
Sandler
Gomez.
is Dracula in this one, Deb.
Oh, wait. No, I'm sorry. It is Adam Sandler. It is Kevin James who plays...
It's so hard to keep up to all the Transylvania.
First one came out in 2012, Jimmy.
Yeah.
That'd be greater than the haters. Who said that?
They're printing,
Murray the Mummy.
They're just printing cash. Printing the cash.
Did you just quote...
Part of this entire thing is, that's okay, I'll watch it again. That's okay. I've got it in queue. I can just tee it right back up. That's fine. I'll watch it again.
Well, it wasn't my favorite. But I mean, if it's a What'd You Do That's New, I'd watch it again.
That was my third choice, the one I would never go to.
I mean, really, just think, Deb hit us with the bookends, with the filthiest comedy special, and then she just got excited for Hotel Transylvania.
7. Or whatever it is.
I'm an enigma.
It's so far down the list, they stopped using numbers. They just had to come up with something else, like the Ghostbusters thing.
It did get 51% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay, that's
It's
terrible.
good. It's all right. It's just not as good as the first 3.
Has anyone seen The Secret Life?
They milked the story so much in the first 3.
Have you seen The Secret Life of Cruises yet?
The Secret Life of Cruises?
It's an hour-long documentary on Netflix, and it's all about the MSC Seaside out of Miami, one of the largest cruise ships, and they spend a week, and they give you all the ins and outs of that.
Ooh.
I watched it last night. It was fascinating. That's not what I'm assigning.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
What?
So
You're
good
the
at this.
worst.
Watch
This is
that.
another reason.
I'm having another
another reason I don't trust people.
What?
Right there. It's 2 times.
Watch that one on your own time, Jimmy. I think you'll really appreciate it. It's just some fascinating things.
All right.
Matter of fact, that should be running on their channel on the ship. When you're on the ship, you should be able to watch that.
It's called Cruise what?
The Secret Life of Cruises. It's an hour-long documentary on Netflix.
All right.
What I am assigning for this week's What'd You Do That's New is one of my favorite shows that I don't hear many people talking about. It's weird. It's a unique idea. It's got some heavy star power in it. It's on Apple TV Plus. I hope that's okay for you guys. And it is the first episode of season 1 of Severance.
There we go. I've been wanting to see it.
Adam Scott, Christopher Walken, John Turturro.
Ooh.
Christopher Walken.
I didn't know Christopher Walken was
How
in
about
it.
that?
I didn't know he was alive.
Directed by Ben Stiller.
Wow, really?
And it is such a unique story. And it starts out, it's weird, it's interesting, there's a mystery to it. And it only gets better throughout the season. And my favorite 2 episodes were the last 2 of the season. So it's just, it was a lot of fun.
When you talked about this last time on the air, somebody actually texted in and said, what about that last episode, Jack?
Oh, boy.
So it must have been pretty good.
Oh, yeah, it was so good.
So can you give an idea of what it's about without giving it away?
Sure. And the premise is that is you learn right away. It's where technology. This company has developed the technology. It's actually a brain implant. When you go to work,
oh, I see.
You don't remember anything of your outside life,
and vice versa.
And when you leave, you don't remember anything of your work life. That is your innie at your work life, and your outie is the person who lives their regular life.
Okay.
And so just that premise is like, okay, you get warmed up to that, and then all the wrinkles and all the situations that are created because of that, and then fold in a mystery, and it's just really interesting. I absolutely love this season. Can't wait for next season, and it only gets better. So it's season 1, episode 1. That is for What'd You Do That's New, but I encourage you to continue on.
I'll check it out. My wife and I, again, I say this all the time, we're looking for something to watch. Our new shows that are back now, Barry is back. Ozark starts, I believe, Friday night. That next season drops. But I believe with Ozark, they release all of them at once.
Yeah.
But I don't believe they do that. I don't think they do that with Barry. I think you have to, because it's HBO, you have to come back every week and watch it.
HBO does that. Paramount TV Plus, Apple TV, they do it weekly.
Episodic,
which I'm a fan of.
I have as well. I need somebody to manage that for me.
Yeah, right?
Right. And that way I can have a life outside of that. So, okay, first episode of Severance, we'll check it out. Apple TV, we'll put that up on JimColbertLive.com.
Yep, it's...
Plus, plus we'll have the Ali Wong connection up there.
ColbertLive.com.
Speaking of shows, have you heard about that Japanese one that's causing all kind of a kerfuffle, where they send young kids like as young as 4 out on their own to do errands?
No.
Yeah. I'm going to be looking that up, but a 4-year-old can run errands alone and not just on reality TV, is this article from NPR, and I thought, man, what television studio would be willing to take on the liability for that?
Oh, in Japan, it's different, I guess.
Old Enough is the name of the show.
There you go.
Old Enough.
Old Enough. We'll check that out.
A very young errand runner is the star of one episode of the Japanese series Old Enough, which assigns seemingly daunting tasks to little tykes.
Yeah, they're probably a lot better at it than you believe. And they probably learn faster than you think. Ross, I have somebody here online. What do they want? What's this question thing? What's going on?
That's a great question, Puzzle Master.
Oh, yeah?
What?
Okay.
Puzzle Master's listening.
Oh, they have a puzzle question?
This guy live under a bridge or something?
I don't know. I will go out on a limb here on this little branch of mine and say this is the weirdest phone call I think we've ever gotten.
Whoa.
This is the weirdest call you've ever screened.
3.5 years.
It's because he started off with like heavy riddle vibes, and he said, hey, I'm older. I woke up with a question.
Okay, well, so he's just got a question. No bad stuff, right?
And he promised that there was no bad stuff. He also told me that he would not tell me the question.
Okay, that's fine. Let's do it then. Ken, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
Well, good afternoon. Thank you very much. It may sound like a silly question at first, but when you think about it, it isn't so silly. And the question is, do you think Melania Trump may be Vladimir Putin's daughter?
Vladimir Putin.
What was that again, sir?
Again?
Yeah, go ahead. What was that again?
The question is, do you think that Melania Trump, Donald Trump's wife, his wife from some time before he was president, may be the daughter of the man who introduced her to Trump. And the man who introduced her to Trump is Vladimir Putin. And I don't know the answer. Well, that ended that.
I don't know, buddy. Sounds sketchy.
Hello?
Oh, no. I'm sorry. Did you call?
Sounds sketchy?
No, Bill. Ken, welcome to the show. Did you have a question?
I did. I think I already asked it.
No.
If anybody heard it or not.
No. You're just now on the air. What's your question?
The question is, do any of you think that...
Sorry,
Melania
Ken, you are not the right number caller, buddy. You did not win. We're looking for caller 16. You'll have to give it a shot again. Remember, only call when you hear the Jonas Brothers.
The who brothers?
It's the Jonas Brothers. You're looking for the Jonas Brothers, Ken.
I'm looking for anyone there with some intelligence of what's going on globally.
The Jonas Brothers know all.
I found anyone.
Right, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. 407-916-1041. Is that true, though, by the way? Did Vladimir Putin really introduce...
Vladimir Putin, 69 years old, Melania Trump, 52, and Donald Trump, 75. So...
I don't know that they could...
Vladimir Putin would have been 17 if he fathered Melania.
No. That's not what he said. He said that Vladimir Putin... Oh, it would have been daughter. That's right, daughter.
For him to be a daughter. And her parents have come to this country, because of,
Yeah, duh.
Yeah, so... It's not Vladimir. So.
Yeah. Okay.
But did Vladimir introduce the two? That would be interesting.
Well, it would have been. How would that have? Couldn't be the daughter.
I don't think so, though. I think she was just traveling in those model circles that he was in.
Well, Vladimir, they're about the same age, right? Putin's what, 60? Well, how old is he?
Putin's 69.
69.
Melania's 52.
Oh, yeah, okay. I mean, he could have introduced them, I guess.
Yeah. I don't think it's likely.
What's her nationality? She's not Russian, though, right?
Serbian?
No,
Snow.
she's Snow?
Slovenia.
No, okay, yeah, Slovenia.
Slovenia.
Slovene American, former model.
Why'd you laugh at a former model there, Deb?
Oh, you don't think she's pretty?
Oh, no, she's... after all the surgery.
She's statuesque. She's statuesque.
And Yugoslavian as well.
Oh, there you go. That's the bad part. Ooh.
I like how, I guess, apparently when you get older, you just start thinking about conspiracies.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Making them.
Yeah, who knows? Here's the thing. I don't know, man. Just people sit around, they lonely. They start thinking of stuff, reading stuff. Simple math would have told you that's pretty improbable, but I guess who knows? I'm sure there's an explanation. He should text Alex Jones. I'm sure he's got all the answers.
I also think, though, that the puzzle master got puzzle mastered.
Puzzle Master is just fine, buddy.
Today is Melania Trump's birthday.
Is it really? Is that why he's asking, I wonder?
Might have been why she was on his mind.
Oh, yeah. Is that trending on Q?
I don't know.
All right.
And I'm happy that I don't.
Is Q back on Twitter?
Hey, I don't know if he is. It's some Asian dude, right?
They will be soon.
It's some Asian dude named Ron.
Yeah.
Hey, you got snowed by some Asian dude named Ron, who was just in a Big D contest with another nerd, and you got caught up in the middle of it, and now you're in jail.
You watch all of that documentary on HBO?
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
It is completely insane.
Well, I thought...
we know it's all fake, though, but it's completely insane.
That documentary, I think it's called Into the Q Storm.
Into the Storm, man.
Into the Storm.
Into the Storm, I think, yeah.
And the amount of filmmaking and effort and just journalism going on that documentary is insane.
After that, everybody who believed in the QAnon thing should have went, oh, come on. Because, I mean, it was pretty clear that this guy, Ron Watkins, and that other guy are the people who were powering that entire thing.
Oh, but then you have to admit that you got suckered,
That's
so
the
instead,
point, right?
just double down.
It's just easier to do that.
Exactly.
Easier to just wait for the next cue. What's a cue drop? Is that what it was?
How some people think that's easier is beyond me.
I don't.
Looking for the truth rather than just believing whatever's told them?
Just knowing that, like, I'm wrong. Time to double down.
The other thing that's very interesting about that whole thing is they would listen to that and then tell you how stupid you are for reading credible news organizations and news agencies. I mean, I wouldn't even use the ones based in America. The stuff that's just based outside of here that has no.
Well, Reuters is okay.
Well, no, Reuters and BBC and
but Reuters that's a U.S.
Yes, you're right, and there are a number of others that are good at it as well. But I mean, I know that the others get vilified because they have been, they have been partnered up with liberal mindsets.
Again, it comes back down to cable news. Stick with the stuff that has to answer to somebody like we do, the FCC and the Fairness Doctrine and all that other stuff.
Yeah, not entertainment programs.
Exactly. I don't understand how they're allowed to operate that way. We couldn't say we're one thing and operate as something different and get away with it.
I'm looking for intelligent life, he said. Because I'm looking for some intelligent life on what's happening globally.
We're still looking for it too, sir, so you're not alone in your search.
All right, 407-916.
And in all fairness, he's a little early on our geopolitical hour, which doesn't start till 5.
Yeah, we do that at 5 o'clock. That's what we talk about.
6:20 is when we really let loose.
407-916-1041. I told you guys yesterday, the youth sports had a big problem. We never got to it. I'll tell you what that is next.
Real radio is Real Music Weekends. Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
This Real Radio 104.1 weather report sponsored by Rude Air Conditioning, powered by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. We've got one more hot day before it cools down for the end of the week. Tonight down to 68 degrees. Could be a stray shower early. Tomorrow the high 91. 30% chance for late day storms, and that's thanks to a weak cold front moving through. Highs on Thursday and Friday close to 80 degrees. But by the weekend, the humidity returns and the storm chances. Highs close to 90 with scattered afternoon storms. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Heron Home and Outdoor.
At Heron Home and Outdoor, we pride ourselves on providing thick, healthy, weed-free lawns. Keeping the grass on your lawn green and your shrubs and trees in tip-top shape is our specialty. Visit myheronhome.com today for a free quote and money-saving offers. Heron Home and Outdoor, your local lawn and pest experts.
Oh, FAS Windows and Doors. Absolutely love the windows that we put in my home. I don't know, 9 years ago now. It's just what an incredible upgrade from those single pane aluminum frame construction grade windows from the 70s to these double pane low E vinyl sided windows. Make my home more energy efficient, more secure, and just look nicer. You can have that as well. FAS has the largest window and door showroom in Central Florida with 38 unique windows on display, ready for you to operate. Their Winter Park showroom is on Fairbanks, just off of I-4. Estimates are always free at FAS, and the estimators will always give you plenty of options. And those options all have a lifetime warranty. Right now, act fast because you get rebates of $55 per window, $95 per door, and you can take advantage of no money down, no interest, and no payments for 12 months financing for a limited time. Here's the website. Get ready. It's FASWD.com. That's FASWD.com.
Baby boomers and retirees, stop the leftist smash and grab of your retirement savings. Take action now to shield your savings from socialism and volatile markets. National talk show host and best-selling author Chuck Oliver of The Hidden Wealth Solution will teach you how to get a head start to be retirement tax smart. Imagine learning proven strategies that are saving boomers and retirees thousands in unnecessary taxes. Visit taxessaved.com. Taxessaved.com.
Here's to working people, the builders of things, the fixers of stuff, the movers and shapers of the land. You're good people. We just want to say thanks. Northern Tool and Equipment, quality tools for serious work.
Demo Day is this Saturday at Northern Tool and Equipment. Bring the family for product demos, free food, exclusive offers, and a free gift for the first 75 customers. Find your nearest store at northerntool.com.
Stop avoiding your erectile dysfunction issue. Peak Performance for Men is offering your best offer yet. Call today to book your free consultation and free blood flow evaluation. 1-800-210-8181. Peak Performance for Men helps over 80% of men who receive the treatment experience long-term improvement. Let the experts at Peak Performance for Men help you today. All it takes is one phone call for a free consultation, free blood flow evaluation. Call 1-800-210-8181. That's 1-800-210-8181.
Having trouble with your AC? Call our friends at Mills Air, 407-277-1159. With 30 years of experience, they can certainly help you out. Carrier factory authorized dealers with up to $1,275 in rebates towards that brand new Carrier unit. Family owned and operated, it's millsair.com.
At 7-Eleven, we're so obsessed with our coffee that it's always fresh or it's free. And we have the good stuff. 100% Arabica beans, so you can 200% your day. 7-Eleven, you brew you. Terms and conditions apply. See 711.com for more details.
You're the one who protects the flock, and that requires an eye for detail. Because when safety and well-being are on the line, it's the details that can save lives. Even when no one else is watching, you see everything. Grainger gets you, and we're here for you, and all the ones who get it done with a wide range of safety products and solutions, plus board-certified safety consultants here to answer your questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Oh, hi. My AC's blowing hot air.
Voted the top HVAC company by the robots we hired to vote for us.
Yes, my air conditioner is...
For AC repair, press 1. Fine. Are you sure it's actually broken?
Well, yes, it's blowing hot.
Have you considered fixing it yourself?
No.
Could try YouTube. Might be a video about air conditioners.
No, I actually want a professional...
Saw a video yesterday with a cat on a bicycle. Hilarious.
How would that help?
Might make you feel better about the whole broken air conditioner thing.
This would never happen with Frank Gay.
But you didn't call Frank Gay.
Right, I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you have an AC problem, you need a professional solution. An expert who can diagnose your system right away and get the air blowing frosty cold again. That's the Frank Gay way.
I found it! Look at him with his little helmet.
That's the Frank Gay way. FrankGayServices.com.
Car crash? Call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Just trying to avoid the next round of corporate layoffs by proving our relevancy in the virtual world. Follow us, please. Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
I'm the sun, I'm the air. All the shyness that is criminally vulgar. I'm sun and air of nothing in particular.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. The great Morrissey.
Just like
This is, he was still with the Smiths during this one, though, right?
Correct. Yeah.
I think he went out on his own right after this album, or have one more record after this. Because after that he made, was the Smiths Meet His Murder, or was that just
That's
Morrissey
what I was
alone?
just about to ask. Who was Meat is Murder?
That was a...
Ooh. Whether he was solo for that?
Yeah, was that
I thought
Morrissey on his own, Meat is Murder, or was that still the Smiths?
I don't know. All I know is this. In the world of radio back in the day, this is the song you played when you needed a break.
Yeah.
Because it's like 7 minutes long.
Yeah, so Meat is Murder is the second studio album by the Smiths.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was 1985.
407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Youth sports has a big problem. I don't know if you guys know what this is. Have you heard the story at all by any chance?
I have not, but I have seen some news special reports about youth sports, so I think I might have an idea.
Deb, you have any idea what this is? No?
Does it have to do with how they're officiated?
Yeah, that is exactly what's happening. They're having a big problem getting people to officiate youth sports.
Can you imagine why? You've got parents punching them out. I mean, yelling at them, cursing at them, spitting at them. That used to just be something you did for volunteer work, you know.
$40 a game. You could actually make a good little living as a part-time job refereeing soccer, baseball, football games. If you got that. Look, I know a guy who supplemented the income of his small business by officiating soccer games to the tune of 2 or 3 a night, 3 or 4 times a week. Dude was making like an extra $35,000 a year simply officiating soccer games.
Yeah, but they're not simple to officiate anymore.
Well, they're not at all. And the reason why is this comes through us via the AP. And it's a picture of a woman with a black eye and a scraped face. Her name is Christy Moore. And what happened to her is she called somebody out. She blew a call at a 12-year-old softball game. Parent hops the fence, comes over, and punches her in the face.
See?
America is facing a crisis, that says, in prep and youth sports. Prep would be high school sports, school sports. Fewer and fewer people are willing to take on the thankless job of officiating. It says here, quote, the officials, the veterans in the game are quitting by droves.
Well, it's not worth it.
They're sick of it. They said they work to recruit people to get them in there, get them trained. They get out there on the field. Next thing you know, some Karen yells at you because her kid got called out on a third strike and starts losing her mind. Matter of fact, she tells a story about making a call, a questionable call. Second base called the runner safe. A parent watching the game thought the runner was out. She began screaming profanities, accused her of cheating from across the field. She didn't think anything of it. They get out there, and the woman comes up and punches her in the face after the game was over.
Wow.
3 steps off the field, she was standing right there and punches her in the face. Woman gets arrested, charged with simple assault. Of course, she'll have that on the record forever. She looks like a complete douchebag. And then she said, in the back of my mind, I was thinking, what if she had a knife and she stabbed me? And as silly as that is to think, man,
it's not.
Again, we broadcast to the age group that has kids in these sports. My kids, all 4 of my kids played sports. Well, 3 of my kids play sports. My other kid was in they twirl the batons.
Baton twirling.
No, there's a name for it.
Drum majorette?
Yeah, it's like the drum corps type thing.
Okay.
She was in that.
But you like the sports a little bit more.
Well, yeah, the sports were a little bit, it's different, obviously. But but the 2 kids played competitive volleyball, at a really high rate. One of them went to college for it. And the other kid wrestled and played baseball and football and stuff. What?
How long ago was this? Because you're really reaching.
It's like 10 years. 10 years ago, these kids were 16, 17. I have a bunch of them, so they're all doing a bunch of different stuff. But
Ross, when you have kids and you have more than one, everything changes. Your brain gets scrambled.
It's so cute.
And you always call one the wrong name.
It's so cute how you can remember everything in your super simple life. But either way, the parents were so awful.
Yeah, I remember telling stories.
Man, I do tend to exaggerate sometimes for the sake of the program to make it a little bit more fun. With zero exaggeration, it would take no time at all to fill these lines up with stories of the most awful human beings on planet Earth, and those are the parents of kids that play sports. And I don't even care what the sport is. Soccer, baseball, football, volleyball, it doesn't matter. They're the worst of the worst. Moms that show up at these volleyball games, 8 o'clock in the morning, drinking straight vodka out of a water bottle, so drunk they should have never even driven their kids to there, screaming on the first play, yelling the F word, calling the other team members names, calling out other parents. It wasn't like every game, but it was a lot of games. There was always that one person. And can I tell you, it was usually a woman.
And you know what's interesting? That was, 10 years ago?
Oh, yeah.
So imagine that's 10 years of abuse that these officials have been taking.
And God forbid you're paying for travel ball. God forbid that you're paying for your kid to play travel ball or like your travel golf or anything like that, Ross. Mm-hmm. Because once there's money on the line, what you thought was bad got way worse. Because if a parent's like paying $3,000 or $4,000 for their kid to play in this league and they're not playing, guess who's going to hear from it? Every minute of the day that you're around them.
And in talking about financially, the news report that I saw not too long ago was talking about how a lot of kids are getting priced out of sports.
Yeah. Yeah, because the equipment because of the fees.
Camps,
renting the fields, paying the refs, paying for the lights when they come on. They're having a really tough time finding qualified officials to call games that children play. And without us, they said it's just recess. It's just kind of playing around. Tennessee High School Association has requested all members play at least one football game on Thursday night next season to help alleviate the shortage of refs. A couple of years ago, they're doing other things just so that they have enough refs so they can schedule. But they need to police this a lot more, man. This is a directive of the city thing a little bit more. At all these city games, the high school games, the youth leagues games, there should be a zero tolerance, 100, zero as it gets, tolerance policy for people who act like this.
Well, it's just unbelievable because everyone is dancing around the problem. They're talking about, well, how are we going to meet this deficit and how can we recruit? The problem is the parents.
Shut them out.
Well, the whole part of the game is to teach kids how to win and lose with dignity, right? And if the parents can't behave that, why are we talking about what to do with the refs? Let's talk about what to do with the parents.
Shut them out. I'm telling you, shut them out. Shut every one of them out. Lock the door, let the kids play and have a good time. Trust me, can I tell you, if you ask half the kids, they don't want their parents there anyway.
Exactly.
All right, 407-916-1041. Back in a sec.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Well, officials are still working to clear an accident that's blocking the right lane on the entrance ramp to Narcoossee Road from southbound 417. A lot of heavy traffic through this area. Now we have problems eastbound on I-4. A crash taking up the left lane between Parr Street and Fairbanks Avenue. We're still heavy westbound too on I-4 between World Drive and 429. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's Breakfast Biscuit Sandwich. Just $1. Wendy's knows a better breakfast starts with a better biscuit. That's why you can get a hot and buttery Wendy's Breakfast Biscuit with bacon or sausage, fresh cracked egg and cheese for just $1. Get your Wendy's Buck Biscuit Sandwich today. Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's.
A strong home means a strong foundation. Zano 521 knows that. The premier concrete coating experts here in Central Florida. These coatings are tough. Their crew, tough as well. Headed up by a former Army Ranger and Special Ops soldier who also employs veterans. And their techs always employ the company, never subcontracted. And Zano 521 brings the tough stuff, man. These coatings are up to 6 times stronger than epoxy. And unlike epoxies, that base coat fully cures in just 24 hours. Plus, they have beautiful color choices to match whatever space you have. And they're made to last. These coatings are 100% UV stable. That means it can be used on patios, pool decks, driveways, garages, and they come with a lifetime warranty against fading or yellowing and a 15-year warranty against popping or peeling. Top coat, completely non-porous. That means easy to maintain. No mold or mildew will grow on it. No gas grease or oil stains. These coatings are tough and they're gorgeous as well and made to match whatever space you have. Not to mention the team, professional and efficient, here to help every step of the way. Professionals from beginning to end with that detailed quote. And of course, they let you know everything that's happening so that your coating is absolutely perfect. And all they'll do is leave you with a beautiful surface you can enjoy for many, many years. For that free, no obligation, no pressure estimate, visit the website, Zano521.com. That's XANO521.com.
Finding the right person for the job isn't easy. Just ask someone who hired a lounge singer to be their office receptionist.
Hello, this is Mickey Marquis, and you've reached the office of Doug & Associates. Thank you very much. Catch me Tuesday nights at the Hotel Johnson. Hello?
But if you've got an insurance question, you can always count on your local Geico agent. They can bundle your policies, which could save you hundreds.
Doug and Associates, this is Mickey Market. Hello?
For expert help with all your insurance needs, visit geico.com/local today.
Want to save energy, water, and money, but don't know where to begin? It's easier than you think, and OUC is here to help every step of the way. With programs like Efficiency Delivered, you can receive up to $2,500 of energy and water efficiency improvements for your home. That's $2,500 in your pocket. Eligibility for improvements is based on the services you receive from OUC at your property, electricity and or water and income based. So invest in energy and water efficiency and see the savings that you can generate. Visit ouc.com/ways to save.
Let the Mossy family protect your family. It's more than just a slogan, it's a fact. A home with a fence is 5 times less likely to get broken into. You can count on the Mossy family to protect your family. Visit mossyoakfences.com.
Tools help us tackle all kinds of challenges. The same goes for financial tools, like an Amscot cash advance. Up to $500 when you need it, with no credit check. Get started at amscot.com.
Amscot.
Some restrictions apply.
This job, we fight for as many people as we can. Sometimes people are afraid to fight the insurance companies. That's why I'm here. Injured on the go, just call Mo. Mo DeWitt. Offices, Orlando and Tampa.
A little to the left. Now to the right. Back to the left just a bit. Oh, that's good. Oh, wait. I think it was supposed to go on a different wall.
You are kidding.
Armstrong Air believes that comfort doesn't need to be complicated. We'll help keep you warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Visit ArmstrongAirInc.com and let Armstrong Air deliver the comfort you deserve. Mention this ad for a residential $79 precision AC tune-up. Turn to the experts today with Carrier and Armstrong Air.
You can't get much for $5 these days. Unless you go to Wendy's for a $5 Biggie Bag. Get your choice of double stack, junior bacon cheeseburger, or crispy chicken BLT. Plus 4-piece nugs, fries, and a drink. All for just $5. That was smooth, wasn't it? That's how you're gonna feel when you get that Biggie Bag at Wendy's.
U.S. price and participation may vary. Includes 4-piece nuggets, small soft drink, and small fry. Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
Do you like no-filter, full flavors? Smirnoff Ice Smash is a collision of delicious fruit flavors like strawberry and lemon or peach and mango in a premium malt beverage. Grab a can of Smirnoff Ice Smash at your local store today. Smirnoff Ice Smash. Bold flavor for the people. Please drink responsibly.
Sometimes the injury happens in a second, but sometimes it's as a result of the same motion over and over for many years. Let our team of lawyers take a look at your workers' compensation case. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Stop avoiding your erectile dysfunction issue. Peak Performance for Men is offering your best offer yet. Call today to book your free consultation and free blood flow evaluation. 1-800-210-8181. Peak Performance for Men helps over 80% of men who receive the treatment experience long-term improvement. Let the experts at Peak Performance for Men help you today. All it takes is one phone call for a free consultation. Free blood flow evaluation. Call 1-800-210-8181. That's 1-800-210-8181.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind studio. Your accident, your future, your attorney. Contact them at whenyounneedus.com or call pound 546 from your cell. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now number 1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Fun. F-U-N. Fun. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
In the early 2000s, I umpired down in Florida. Anything from high school and college baseball to girls' fast-pitch softball. I never had a problem with any of the coaches or any of the players. It was always the parents. And it's amazing how somebody sitting down the first base line can call a pitch better than I could, standing right behind the catcher.
Oh, he's
so
still
for
bitter.
that reason, I got out of it. It just wasn't worth it.
Yeah, man.
Thanks.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate your... That's a talkback, by the way. You go to realradio.fm, or excuse me, go over to the iHeartRadio app and find Real Radio and use that to leave us a talk back. Thanks, buddy. We appreciate that very much.
Just hit that microphone, and you'll be able to leave your message. It counts you down. You can even preview it before you send it.
That's right. And what he's talking about, this little story we're discussing about how youth sports is having a real difficult time maintaining officials to ref the games, ump the games, call the games, whatever. Because, I think a soccer game has, 2 officials? 2 or 3?
About now there's traditionally now 4, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, not
in
in youth
MLS
sports.
it's 4.
Right,
In youth it would probably be 2.
Yeah, 1 for each half of the field or whatever, probably to call fouls. And then in baseball, you have usually have your ump, you have a first base ump, and then a ref in the field. And then in football, there's a bunch of them.
I don't know how well. I would not be very good at this job.
No, I wouldn't either. I would not be able to deal with the parents. The kids, I would be able to have a great relationship with because I could just talk to them like, hey, man, don't do that. You could just talk to them like an adult would talk to a kid and be stern. They pick up on that. It's the parents I couldn't deal with. Just no way possible. All right, is this Steve for real there?
Yeah, we have Steve. He's been an official for 40 years.
Steve, how's it going, buddy? Welcome to the program.
Oh, man. Pleasure being on. Love you guys.
Yeah, man, thanks.
Yeah, as I mentioned to Ross, I've been an umpire for a little over 40 years. This is the first year that I have not umpired. I just had enough. I am actually coaching Little League, so I kind of did both for a number of years, but I've done up to college and what have you. But I'll be honest with you, the absolute worst are the younger parents with the kids that are initially getting their kids in leagues, whether it's T-ball, rookie ball, even minors, 9 and 10-year-olds. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
It's, I don't know whether they just assume their kids are going to be, the next Willie Mays or Derek Jeter or what have you at 7 years old.
Right.
And like the gentleman left a message earlier, how does somebody 80 feet down the line see better than me behind the plate? Or, making a call out on the field, and I'm literally 2 feet away from watching the tag hit the foot before the foot hits the bag,
Sure.
and I get somebody just screaming, he missed the tag.
You know what I think a little bit, Steve? I thought about this. Have again played sports like this as a kid, and then had kids that played sports. And as I've thought about this quite a bit, because watching the behavior of some of these parents, I was telling Deb some of the stories during the break. Is I think that a lot of the parents scream in support of their kids because that may be the only place they support them.
Jimmy, that's an excellent point. And here's the thing. I always preach, and again, I've been coaching for a number of years as well. Now, I'm 62 years old. I don't have any kids. And in fact, I just pulled into the ballpark that I'm going to be helping out with tonight because I'm on the board here as well. I make it a point to tell the parents, I am not a babysitter, and this is not a babysitting service. Believe me, and you mentioned earlier that, kids probably don't want their parents there. They do. And they do always look for that affirmation from the parents if they do good. And you can tell instantly if the kid screws up because the first thing they're looking to do is look into the stands to see where mom and dad is. That kills me.
Yeah.
Because I tell my kids and I tell my parents as well, look, before we even get on the field of practice, these kids know you're here. I want you to cheer for them as loud or as crazy as you want to cheer for them. But you do not address the umpires. You do not address the players on the other team. And unless there's an egregious situation, you come to me as the head coach, and I promise you we'll get it resolved. That's one of the things that I'm there for, not just as a coach, but also as an umpire.
Steve,
umpires, believe me, they don't want to make mistakes, but we're human.
You are, and sometimes if there's a call where it is so close, and you just kind of go with your gut, and you could tell by the reaction that you might have got it wrong. Has there ever been that moment where, like, in the moment, you felt like, I screwed that one?
Me personally, never. But of course, of course, it does happen. Again, we're human. But you know what? Here's the thing: you can make up for that. The next pitch that's maybe 2 inches outside, 3 inches outside. Guess what? That pitch is
rack him up. That's right.
I knew that happened.
And Steve, this just happened. I mean, somebody an ump took a no-hitter away. Basically from a guy just 2 weeks ago because of a bad call. And the guy after the game said, look, I goofed it. I took a no-hitter from that kid, and it kills me. But in the speed of the game, it happens how it happens.
Well, that happened to Jim Joyce in the major leagues couple years ago when the kid for Detroit was pitching actually a perfect game, and he blew that call at first base. Now, Jim Joyce is renowned as one of the absolute – he's a pro's pro as far as professional umpires. At the plate meeting the very next game, the next day, that pitcher came out to bring the lineup card, and Jim Joyce was there, and he gave that guy a big hug and apologized.
Yeah.
Now, again, people will go absolutely nuts and lose their mind. And believe me, there are some umpires that, especially at the youth level and whatever, most of them are just trying to get a couple extra bucks. I get it. We all get it. We all do different things for whatever reason. But the love of the game, you just have to do your best.
Yeah, Steve.
And for some people, your best just isn't good enough.
Let me ask you a quick question. Have you ever had somebody heckle you and it was good enough to make you laugh, but you couldn't show them?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for your call, buddy. I appreciate it very much. That's great. That would be the greatest. Like if I'm an ump and I'm getting heckled and I'm like, oh, okay, that was a good one. God almighty, what do I do here?
Right.
I can't show the guy a smile because he'll give me that all night long and the rest of the crowd will join in. But what I said earlier is true. I have found, this is just my volleyball experience. And I was telling Deb during the break, it just so happened a lot of the people a few of the people, I should say a few of the people that we played with on our team, their parents had done quite well for themselves. One, very, 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 very well for himself. But as you started to learn about the relationships between these kids that had the very successful parents, you learned that they were distant, and that was an understatement. So when the parents would show up to the games, I would notice that the parents that had the reputation of being not very connected to their kids were the most vocal of them all, simply because they were trying to show their kids, and they knew their kid could hear, they're doing their best to show their kid that they were there to support them in something.
You know what it sounds to me?
And there's no question that was happening, by the way.
No, they're trying to shove 16 years of parenting into one volleyball game.
Or a series of volleyball games, but yes, you're 100% right. For all those hours you were at the office. And by the way, this person's job certainly did require a bunch of hours at work, but those aren't the things you ever remember. You're not going to remember that one meeting that you had to have instead of missing your kid's volleyball game.
And not being a good parent is not an excuse to show up at a game and act like a belligerent asshole in front of everybody else simply because you suck at parenting.
And by the way, I love yelling at refs. And I got to tell you, I think if we have Steve back on the line, he would say he doesn't mind being yelled at or whatever. That it's the disrespect and you're setting a tone for your own kids. Like saying this, oh, come on, Blue.
Right.
A little outside, Blue, a little low, Blue. Those are friendly jabs that I think refs and fans have had for 100 years, especially with like baseball and stuff like that. But when it starts getting disrespectful and you start making an ass of yourself in front of the rest of them and really setting a terrible example for the rest of the kids for your behavior, and I bet this is geographical, by the way, too. This doesn't happen in smaller towns, for the record, only in towns that are bigger towns with a more diverse environment. When small towns, people don't take disrespect like that. It doesn't work like that.
What about the classic, get off your knees, ref, you're blowing the game?
Oh, no, I haven't heard that one.
You haven't heard that one?
No, man, God almighty.
Never mind, I didn't say that.
Okay, Bill, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
What?
Hey, guys. I'm doing great. How about you guys?
Good, brother.
You guys are absolutely right. It all begins at the youth level. I'm a former high school varsity official in football, basketball, and baseball. And what these parents don't realize at the youth sports is that is where these officials are learning the game just like their kids. And those officials are going to make the mistakes there, and those parents ride those guys like you would not believe. I've gone and helped out and worked those types of games, and the parents are terrible. They're awful. They drive those officials away from the game, and then guess what? You got the guys that stuck around that maybe didn't learn. They didn't have time to learn, and now you got to move them up to the high school level.
Yeah.
And now you've got to move them up to the varsity level before they're ready. And then it matriculates all the way up to the varsity level, and the officiating just continues to get worse and worse and worse because these parents at the youth level are not allowing these officials the time to learn and enjoy the game.
And, Bill, let me hit you with this one because I know that you will agree with this. I'm sure Steve is still listening. Take everything that I've said, right, and multiply it times 10 if the kid has the ability to possibly get a scholarship. If the kid is actually skilled and talented, because there's a website called Max Preps, and Max Preps keeps all the stats of all the high school football, baseball, volleyball players, whatever sport it is. that is the database for colleges to go and find out what players are making an impact in their region. If a decision that an ump makes takes a stat away, an RBI, a home run, a strikeout, a spike, whatever the case may be, if it alters that, those parents will even lose their mind exponentially more.
Absolutely. And that even happens at the youth level. This kid's 8 years old, and they think he's the next Johnny Bench or Don Mattingly, or whoever they like. And I'm sorry, there is less than 1% of 1% of athletes make it to the pro level at no matter what the sport is. And I'm sorry, Mommy, your son's not going to be playing pro ball.
That's right. And it's so funny, Bill. You're 100% right. And thanks for your call, buddy. I appreciate it. We got to get out of here. But Bill's right. Bill can officiate baseball games for the next 10 years and not see one major league player come through his field. The percentage, the percentages are so unbelievably small to even make it to AAA. Unbelievably small. All right, we're back in a sec. More of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
Don't want to go so far as to say this is what we're here for, but 407-916-1041, Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Well, officials are still working a cleared accident that's blocking the right lane on the entrance ramp to Narcoossee Road from southbound 417. A lot of heavy traffic through this area. Now we have problems eastbound on I-4. A crash taking up the left lane between Parr Street and Fairbanks Avenue. We're still heavy westbound too on I-4 between World Drive and 429. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Blue Stream Fiber.
HOA and condo board members, are you looking to bring fiber optics to your community? Ensure your community is ready for the future with reliable fiber internet, world-class TV, and smart home services. Visit bluestreamfiber.com/bulk today.
Have you ever been that loud, obnoxious fan at the game? That's our question. It's on Twitter. It's at Jim Colbert Show. Follow us on Twitter. Also follow Real Radio 104.1. It's all brought to you by our friends at wearenotthebanks.com. Brad Siebert and the team, Direct Mortgage Lenders. This is how you do it. When you're ready to move into your dream home, you need to secure the financing. Go to Brad at wearenotthebanks.com. Is going to get you a loan at a great rate. Works with all types of loans, VA, conventional, even jumbo, and no income documentation loans. Or if you want to stay in your home and refinance that mortgage, take advantage of the lower rates now that are expected to rise this year. Go to wearenotthebanks.com like I did. Brad and the team did my refi several years ago. It was a great process, knew everything I needed. It was happened quickly, and I got a great rate. For all your mortgage needs, again, the website is wearenotthebanks.com. Get started today. NMLS ID number 1169, equal housing opportunity.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by The Original Mattress Factory.
Bridgerton, the official podcast, takes you behind the scenes of the newly released season 2 of the hit Netflix show. Join Bridgerton superfans for conversations as revealing as Lady Whistledown's inside scoop. From details about costumes and sets to interviews with the cast and crew.
Something very special that Shonda has brought to this show is people of colour are cast and playing in it as if all it is about is human beings.
Listen to Bridgerton, the official podcast, on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Are you overpaying on your car loan? Consumer Reports found that the majority of people are. And that's where Upstart comes in. Borrowers save an average of $80 every month by refinancing at a lower interest rate. Check your rate at upstart.com/auto is quick, easy, and won't impact your credit score. Check your rate at upstart.com/auto and start saving today. Savings are estimated based on all consumers who were approved for a car loan through Upstart and accepted their final terms.
Stop avoiding your erectile dysfunction issue. Peak Performance for Men is offering your best offer yet. Call today to book your free consultation and free blood flow evaluation. 1-800-210-8181. Peak Performance for Men helps over 80% of men who receive the treatment experience long-term improvement. Let the experts at Peak Performance for Men help you today. All it takes is one phone call for a free consultation. Free blood flow evaluation. Call 1-800-210-8181. That's 1-800-210-8181.
Do you know why you see so much camera footage of crimes?
wasn't the camera supposed to deter the crime in the first place? That's because they weren't safe touch cameras. You don't want to see someone breaking into your car. You want to see it before it happens. That's what safe touch cameras do. They alert you via text or video notification beforehand, giving you time to react to the situation. And safe touch cameras have 24/7 video storage in the cloud, the safest and securest way to store important events that only you, the safe touch customer, control. And here's the best news yet. You can get the safe touch surveillance system with 3 color cameras, 24-hour recording, secure storage for as little as $39.95 per month, including 24/7 service, cloud storage, and camera warranty. Camera installation is additional charge. This system will work with any security system or no security system at all. Or bundle the 2-way communicator package for additional savings. Find out how you can get a free survey and demonstration at safetouch.com. State license number EF0000233.
It's Super Cash time at Old Navy. Right now, redeem your $10 in Super Cash and save $10 on every $25 purchase. Use it on everything. Run to Old Navy or oldnavy.com today. Valid 4/23 to 5/1. Excludes gift cards and clearance. See oldnavy.com/supercash for more details.
Today, I'll prepare arroz con pollo. Let's try edamame instead of green peas.
And instead of white rice, 2 cups of Mahatma Basmati rice. Why not? Shh, Grandma better not hear me. Rejuvenate traditions with Mahatma rice. Unfollow la receta with Mahatma rice.
Switch to Spectrum Mobile and get unlimited data for only $29.99 per month each when you get 2 or more lines. You could save hundreds on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save. Visit spectrummobile.com/save. Offer valid for new customers on 2 or more unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Restrictions apply. Visit spectrummobile.com for details.
Get tickets today for a night of glitz and glamour as you're transported back to the roaring 20s by the Orlando Ballet's performance of The Great Gatsby. As the sparkling facade of mysterious millionaire Jay Gatsby's world begins to slip, the heartbreak that lies beneath is exposed like you've never seen before. Marvel as the classic story unfolds through dance, with lavish sets, live music, and elegant choreography by Jordan Morris. Go to drphillipscenter.org for tickets and showtimes to see the Orlando Ballet.
Sure, you can use your phone to call a radio station, but iHeartRadio's revolutionized the way you talk to us. Introducing the TalkBack mic inside the free iHeartRadio app. Here's how to use it. Just listen to your favorite iHeartRadio station on the app. When you have something to say, tap the TalkBack mic and record your message. You can even listen back to make sure your message sounds perfect. After all, it could end up on the radio. Talk to your favorite iHeartRadio stations with one tap. Only on the free iHeartRadio app.
iHeartRadio. This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on Twitch.
Jimmy, if it makes you feel better, I really enjoy listening to your show every day. But Deb, I have to tell you, I have had the most stressful past few weeks at work, and your laugh today in reaction to Jack and his family watching that comedy special just absolutely made my entire day. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. It made me laugh too.
Yeah.
And I also really like Ross. Oh, it's so nice that she threw me in there.
No, she knew you were going to step on the lyrics there, so she left that off. Son of a bitch.
Over Toto?
You know, we planned the show, dude.
You think I don't time these things out?
Jack and I are on the phone all morning for moments like this, only to have you moonwalk over it because you're so cool.
The irony being, this song is being played for Ross. This is his pick, his favorite song.
At least I'm moonwalking. That's fun. It's cool.
Ugh, this is terrible.
Oh. Is it too happy?
No.
You're 5 o'clock. It's not in the soundtrack of Transylvania 6000.
They were just here. I guess they played with Journey, did a concert. I heard nothing but great things reviews from this concert.
Yeah.
Well, these guys actually played their instruments. It wasn't like it wasn't a file they just pushed play on.
Next, play Christopher Cross Sailing.
Oh, don't do that.
Oh, yeah. What was
Start rubbing my own boobs.
It's only one Yacht Rock song a day.
What was the name of the song? Wildfire? Was that the one where the horse?
Let me call her Wildfire. Yeah, that's a good one.
That one still makes me cry. It does.
A little pitchy.
Because she goes out running looking for her horse.
Terribly pitchy. All right, 407-916-1041. Your 5 o'clock keyword is fun, by the way, F-U-N. Just go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance to win $1,000. 5 o'clock keyword's fun, guys. Good luck. We would love to have you win that cash. Let's finish this up real quick. I want to move on to something else. Hey, Nick, how you doing? Welcome to the program.
Doing pretty good, bud. How are you?
Yes, sir. Doing fine.
So I actually coach an 11U travel team baseball in the county, Cherokee County, Georgia, where that umpire was assaulted at. And I have to say, it is 9 times out of 10 the parents, again, like several other people have said, the parents that feel their kid is already being scouted by, colleges and stuff. It makes no sense to me. I have a private organization for my team, and I tell my parents ahead of time, we will not confront the umpires. We will not behave like this. If you do, your kid will be chastised because ultimately that is the umpire's field at that point. That is their domain at that point. And I respect them tremendously. I have been trained as an umpire, and I've umpired games from 5 to 8 years old. But 11U, it can get disgusting.
Oh, yeah, man. They're the worst. I mean, yeah, look, man, there's no story that you could tell me that I wouldn't believe.
I will pull your kid if you act like that. I draft my kids based on their families, so I don't have that issue.
That's the smartest thing you could do.
It's so funny you say that, though, because somebody texted us earlier at 77031 and talked about having a daughter playing softball at the college level, and the parents said they were very, very careful when they would attend her games because while she's trying to be recruited, the last thing you want is a college coach in disguise and sees your family acting the fool.
Yep.
They said, listen, colleges will pass up a really good athlete if their family is a jerk.
Yeah, and I'll tell you something else. So thanks for your call, Nick. I appreciate it very much.
Thank you, Nick.
The other thing that they'll do is this: they'll start once they start finding out who the scouts are, they'll start badgering in them. Like all the dads will slide over and start looking at see who they're looking at and stuff. I only did it like twice.
I just like how this guy's coming out and saying it's like, I would draft my players off of their families, and that's a whole different, scouting report.
Yeah, but it's true.
Dad drinks. He's got a
angry uncle has a rebel flag tat.
He's got a 330 drinking percentage.
Right. He's a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer at Wally's. He's on the Wally's Hall of Fame. All right, 407-916-1041. Hollywood's got a new trend. It's so funny. When movie making happens, and you can see this in narrative sometimes. Some of it's hidden, some of it not so hidden sometimes. What's the movie with DiCaprio about the climate change that just hit?
Oh, Don't Look Up.
Yeah, Don't Look Up. Kind of a comedic look at the idea of cable news, how it's perceived by, the masses, getting a what are you laughing at?
Texting service. They're right on every word you're saying.
That's so funny. Getting I forgot what the hell I was saying.
New trend in Hollywood.
Yeah, there you go. About movie making, right? You can see these different trends of making movies, and they're trying to attack certain things. You guys remember the disaster series, Volcano? Remember 2021 or 2021 or whatever it was, where the world was going to come to an end? 2012 or whatever.
Yeah.
There was because it was the Mayan calendar thing.
Yes,
a bunch of movies started coming around. So you'll see these waves. So what they say in Hollywood now, this is from Vox.com, is that Hollywood has a new trend of movie making, and it's a new theme going through movies right now. And this movie that you're talking about, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Oh, want to see that so bad.
And the movie Turning Red that got a lot of controversy because it's an animated film that deals with, girls coming of age and things of that nature. And it was controversial that would be an animated film of that nature. But what do you think the new thing is in Hollywood based on those two examples?
Multiverse?
No, not the multiverse. No, not at all. It's a parent thing.
Oh.
Emotions, dealing with your emotions.
Female leads.
No.
Oh, good one, Ross.
Asian culture.
Ross, that should be right.
Asian culture is interesting. Not there, though.
Asian actresses.
How about this one? You ready? Parents who tell their kids they are sorry. Like in some way, shape, or form, parents that tell their kids they're sorry. That is the newest trend in Hollywood movie making. The main, it's a Jobu Tupaki, the main villain of the film Everything Everywhere All at Once, has seen the vast and infinite multiverse. She's experienced countless lives. Unimpressed with what she's seen, she's constructed enormous blah, 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 and goes on. But basically what they're saying is that the new movies talk about parents basically kind of equaling themselves out to their kids and telling their kids they're sorry for things that happened during their childhood and being raised.
I mean, that aligns up with Everything Everywhere All at Once. That movie is so good.
Yeah. But that theory is unique. Like, my parents never, ever, ever once apologized for how they raised us. Like, could you imagine, like, you expecting an apology from your mom or dad on something that happened when they were just kind of raising you? They had no idea. You know, most parents have no clue what they're doing. You're not going to have any experience in being a parent when you have your kid eventually, Ross.
Specifically being a dad.
And you're not going to have any experience in that whatsoever. And then for the idea that at 13, 14 years old, your kid comes up and starts telling you some stuff that happened, and theoretically, the way that they use the language seemingly kind of expects you to apologize for certain happenings in their life. Could you think of anything that, I mean, I know that you I guess as a kid you could think, well, my parents do owe me an apology for this, or I think that.
Well, I think the words "owe me," I mean, it's a little. It'd be nice to hear.
But I think that's what they're trying to say, is the idea that, and of course they use the word millennial here a little bit, but the idea of how they perceive parenting is, I'll give you an example. We have somebody that we know, and when their child goes to the bathroom, the parent says, "You made a great choice going to the bathroom and the potty. You made a wonderful choice."
How old is the child?
It's like 2, 3, whatever, learning the whole potty thing.
All right.
And the language is just different with parents of this ilk, parents of this generation. The way that they handle confrontation with their children is different. The way they handle situations, the way they use punishment, and the language is just different. Like, I don't know how I would have reacted if there's only one incident in my life I think that I was owed an apology for by a parent. Like, one incident ever. I could never think, well, you didn't give me enough stuff, or I didn't have enough this or that and the other. But that's what look, man, when you read the context of the story, basically what they're saying is you can look for movies coming out where, they're going to equalize the parenting with the child. In other words, there is no hierarchy in the home anymore. Now, this is a loose interpretation of this, but there's no hierarchy in the home anymore. The parents and the kids the parents are just directors. I'm directing what happens in the house. I'm a manager, really, not a parent, because that's different, right?
No, I don't see apologizing solely as a way of taking away the hierarchy of parenting. I think what it does is it shows your children that you're fallible, that you can make a mistake. I think it's weird to hear about apologizing for the way that you raised them or the choices that you made, because, hey, you're doing the best that you can when that you can do it. But if you're harsh with your child, or you cut them down and didn't realize how much it hurt, and you sit them down and you say, I'm really sorry that I said those words. I can't imagine a person who wouldn't heal a little bit as an adult to think about that, because for me personally, the 3 most important things you can say to another human being are, I love you, I will pray for you, and I'm sorry.
Right. And I understand that from a person to another human being. I get that. From my perspective of being a parent, I did not admit being wrong a lot, because the nature of being a parent is, in my perspective, and what I thought was successful for us, or me, whatever, is that the kids looked at me as somebody that they could always lean on and look to tell them the truth and be honest with them. And it was that last bastion of reality for them. I didn't want them to see me as fallible. I didn't want them to see me as any of that.
Then are you really being honest with them?
Well, probably not.
Right.
Probably not. But I don't know that 100% honesty with your kids under the age of 10 is necessary to produce a good child.
And I'm not talking about 100% honesty. I'm simply talking about the words, I am sorry. Dad probably shouldn't have used those words. I was really angry with you, didn't make the best choice. I did not mean to hurt your feelings. You lose nothing. You lose no power. You lose no infallibility in front of your children. What you show them is that you're big enough to admit when you're not right. And that's a powerful lesson to teach children, that it's okay to be wrong.
The interesting thing with that statement is, and I would agree with you in certain senses, is you don't get to control the perspective of how your kids just take that information. You don't have the luxury of automatically assuming they're going to feel that way about that apology. You have to read it like kid per kid, because they're all different about how they process information.
Yeah, absolutely. But I still wouldn't withhold an apology because, well, I don't want to risk what my reputation is. So you're just going to have to take the lumps.
I think a lot of kids took a lot of lumps.
I think we were raised with a lot of lumps. Maybe the difference is moving forward, those lumps don't really help anybody.
Yeah, man. I don't know, Jack, did your parents ever apologize to you?
I don't recall that, and I think this is a positive thing, and it's like I think I could be a better parent now than I was back then, and it's just not realizing it and understanding, and I think learning about it, it's reading about psychology, therapy are all things that help you really connect with people on a better level. There is I have a videotape of my daughters when they're young, and one daughter was doing something, and I snapped at her. I was like, knock that off. Just one of those instant
Just dad now.
that you don't think about.
Dad Shaw.
But you go back and you watch that video, I cringe when I hear it.
Really?
Yeah, it's just
I feel like I should have been louder.
Because I know how that stung her.
Yeah.
As a child. And so, that I think deserved an apology, and I don't think she got one at the time. Yeah, matter of fact, I know she didn't get one at the time, because at the time you were just like, you're trying to get control of the situation. You're just trying to do that, but you don't. So I don't think a lot of times we take stock into how those words are, felt by people that they look up to as infallible, someone you can always lean on, someone they're trying to please all the time. And if you get angry with them, and you kind of lose your temper. I think that is something that shows them it's okay to apologize when you're wrong. And, you're only postponing the disappointment if you're trying to make them believe you don't make mistakes.
Texting service checking in saying, I'm about to apologize to two of mine today. I was way too hard to them yesterday, and I forget they're only 8 and 4. I expect too much maturity sometimes.
And again, I think the other message, too, is that, you don't want your children being raised with the idea that they're not worthy of someone saying that they're sorry when they're wronged, and that includes even from a parent. I just think it makes you bigger rather than smaller.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I'm not saying that any obviously there's no opinion here that's wrong. Parenting is different across the board for sure.
It's like marriages. I mean, anybody who could figure out the one recipe that worked for everybody would be a trillionaire.
Well, it's interesting with this. With this statement, she says here at the end, I expect too much maturity sometimes, but you're about to apologize to an 8 and 4-year-old, so you expect them to be mature enough to understand what's happening.
Because it's age appropriate.
Well,
Mommy was wrong.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Mommy was, let her anger do the talking yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I apologize. I think what it does is, maybe it starts firing up those synapses in your child's brain, and they start reaching and understanding. And I think just don't sell children short. Don't sell yourself short as parents, and heal those things before they become issues in teenage years.
Yeah.
And
Ross, did your parents ever apologize to you? Your mom?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Do you think she feels she would have to? Because that's the other thing too, right? The parent has to believe that they've done something wrong to begin with.
Yeah. And I don't know if my mom is about that life.
Right. And that's the same thing with, like, my parents would never even assume they did anything wrong. I mean, like I said, there's one incident I think that parent would be like, okay, that was the wrong thing to do. But in that same sense, most of the time, the parents simply aren't going to think they've done anything wrong. Because, again, I'll go back to the beginning thing. You just don't know. No differently than Jack just said. I snapped at somebody. I look back at that and I go, wow, man, look at that. I'm a different person now. But really, you're not. You're just reacting to something different because you have more information and different information now that you can't apply back then.
I'm not looking for any sort of sorry or acknowledgement, even on my biggest physical punishment when I was a kid, because I look at myself as a kid and I think I was a hurricane. I was such a handful. I was a monster demon of a child. Got kicked out of school, always in trouble, never paid attention. And the one time, hands got tossed right at me. I look back on that. I'm like, yeah, I deserve that, man. That's on me. But the one thing
a lot of people won't look at that like that, though.
I definitely look at it like that. But the one thing that I wouldn't mind some acknowledgement, and maybe she's listening, and who knows, I'm going to get a text after this, is that I was on prescription pills. I was fed drugs because I was such a bad kid.
Like Ritalin?
Ritalin, Concerta.
Yeah.
And you know what? My grades went through the roof.
Yeah.
But I didn't speak, and I barely ate. And I remember those times in such a dark shadow when I look back on my childhood because...
It wasn't you.
It wasn't me, and I was being suppressed
Yeah.
of something that, if I'm going to be honest here, I'm a little proud of my personality and who I am. I don't mind that person, and it was turned off for better grades and to focus more.
So the apology would be for your mom, from you, like your mom. If you thought your mom owed you an apology for one thing, it would be forcing you to take those drugs when you didn't think you had to.
And then I look back on it and I go, I was a hurricane.
Oh, wait, I was going to say, but then that's where the perspective thing comes into play when you look back and go, what is she supposed to do? She's a single mom with a hellion of a child.
Yeah, 80 hours a week.
A husband that just passed away, no support. He didn't leave anything of value to help with the kids.
Just debt. So I still am very, I empathize. I still have empathy over that decision, but it definitely makes me go, when and if I have a child, I'm not going to touch those orange pill bottles for my little dude or dudette.
Listen, we did one thing. Everybody got one Xanax at the beginning of the day, and that was it.
Mm-hmm. For the whole family or one per head?
No, it's just for them to sell. 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Load them up. Trivia is next.
Lunch money, right?
Yes, Jack, yes.
We have a prize. Get on board at 407-916-1041. Jim Colbert Show Trivia is brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage. That's CENTO Moving.com.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick, and here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network, presented by Mercedes-Benz.
The Nets' disastrous season finally over after a series sweep by the Celtics. After the loss, it was more of the same from a tone-deaf Kyrie Irving. He said he wants to stay with KD, but my question, does KD want Kyrie? Durant's time in Brooklyn has proven what we already knew. He needs a good coach, structure, reliable stars. Now the wait begins. I'm Colin Cowherd.
Intelligence runs in the family. Innovation runs in the family. Extraordinary runs in the family. The 2022 Mercedes-Benz range of SUVs, every member is waiting to impress. Learn more at MBUSA.com. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
Man, are you still in glasses or contacts? It's 2022. Time to level up your vision. The team at the Filatowski Eye Institute, they use the latest state-of-the-art technology in vision correction surgery, and they're one of the leaders in vision correction surgery here in Central Florida. Find out if you're a candidate. It's so easy. Simply text 1041 to the number 868686. Schedule that consultation now. If money's a concern, do not stress. The Filatowski Eye Institute offers 24-month interest-free financing. And learn more today. Just text 1041 to 868686 and schedule that consultation right now.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Hi there. I've got some kind of a leak at my kitchen sink.
Sorry, we can't take your call. We've all gone to a self-improvement seminar.
But there's water leaking all over the...
However, there's still hope if you'll just wait a few hours longer.
Hours?
But waiting is good. It's a chance to reconsider your choices in life.
Oh, no, this can't be happening.
Above all, be present. Don't dismiss your feelings.
Not worried about my feelings. There's water going everywhere.
Try to see this as an opportunity, a way to grow as a person.
You know, this would never happen with Frank Gay.
True enough, but you didn't call Frank Gay.
Not this time.
The universe is sending you a message. You just need to hear it.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you have a leak, you need solutions on your schedule. A helpful expert who can find the problem and fix it fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
Have you heard the message? Hello? Are you still there? That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
That moment when you realize you have a serious air conditioner issue. A real strip down to your skivvies, no one's sleeping tonight, head in the freezer fail party. But fear not. There's an expert for that.
Let your local experts at All American Air Service Experts keep you cool. Right now, get an AC tune-up for $39.
Want to chill? There's an expert for that.
Call All American Air Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
Protect your vehicle's engine with Syntec and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Syntec Premium Full Synthetic Motor Oil is formulated for today's engines to dissipate heat and friction and reduce wear. Right now, get 5 quarts of Syntec Full Synthetic and a MicroGuard Select filter for just $33.99. Try Syntec today, exclusively at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
This is a metaphor for your business's journey. Sometimes it feels like you're going 100 miles an hour, barely keeping up. But to cruise through challenges, you need someone who's right there with you. That's what Dell Technologies advisors do. They have the Windows PCs and tech advice you need to get past whatever's in front of you and get where you want to go. Call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL. A start to a simpler experience with Windows 11 Pro.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
Can you imagine buying a TV or a car, using it for a year or two, and then taking it back to trade it in for a new model, and the retailer gives you a full refund plus an extra 10% toward the new one? Yeah, never happened, right? But it does happen at International Diamond Center with our 110% diamond upgrade guarantee. It works like this. When you buy any diamond at IDC and keep it for at least a year, we'll give you back 110% of your original purchase when you decide to upgrade to a larger stone. For example, you buy a diamond today for $5,000. When it's time to upgrade, IDC will give you $5,500 toward the new diamond. That's guaranteed 10% appreciation when you trade up. Think about it. IDC will give you more than you paid us for the first diamond. This is for any engagement ring center stone as well as all diamond solitaire pendants and all diamond stud earrings. You get 10% more value when you trade up. Just another example of how we stand behind everything we sell. International Diamond Center. Get locations, directions, and store hours at shopidc.com.
Brought to you by Insperity, providing employee benefits, payroll, and scalable HR services.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
A lot of heat on that for the texting service. Maybe we'll revisit that after Ross Thoughts. Take some calls on some apologies people think they're owed from their parent.
Wow.
Or maybe apologies they think they owe their kids. Who knows? All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. A few minutes left to try to get that cash, guys. Your 5 o'clock keyword is fun. F-U-N. Just go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance to win $1,000. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
Jack is right there.
What up?
Let's find out what's in the old saucer.
All aboard.
Chugga. Chew.
I have a beautiful pair of tickets to the Orlando Ballet, Ballet, presenting The Great Gatsby. That's going down Friday, April 29th over at the best venue possibly in the state of Florida. If it's not, it's up there.
It's up there. It's a goodie.
Such a beautiful venue.
It is.
The Great Gatsby will transport you back to the roaring 20s through the lavish cinematic sets, choreography done by Jordan Morris, which is Jim's favorite, and original score by Carl Davis. This is going down at the Dr. Phillips Center. It's amazing. You're going to love it. This is a perfect date night out. And that is your Sauce Jar, which is brought to you by
Cento Family Moving and Storage. Their fully trained expert moving crews can handle packing your stuff, handling your furniture, safe driving, customer service, and so much more. Hey, speaking of more, if you mention the Jim Colbert Show, that'll get you a discount.
What?
Yeah.
I hear.
So book them today at centomoving.com. That's C-E-N-T-O. Moving.com. Cabbage Patch, back to you.
Thank you so much, Deb. Rossa goes first today.
Let's welcome Lindsay.
Right up top. Lindsay, how are you?
Person number 1.
Lindsay, how are you?
Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
How are you?
Hey, are we bothering you?
No.
Oh, okay, very good. Hey, you want to play a little game with us?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. All right.
Do you want to play a game?
All right, Lindsay, this is a very easy game. Got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of them is a lie. If you can find it, off to the sauce jar you go. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. They're awesome with beer. Always out as a snack.
Salted nuts.
You can have them with cheese or, what'd you say?
Pretzels.
Pretzels is the answer.
Yay.
It's National... You didn't win.
Yeah, she thought she won.
It's National...
I'm in.
It's National Pretzel Day. Here are 3 fun facts about pretzels and one twisted little lie. Number 1, 80% of the pretzels produced in the U.S. are made in Pennsylvania. Number 2, the term tying the knot was inspired by pretzels. Number 3, on the list of snacks that cause oral injuries, pretzels comes in number 4 in the U.S. And lastly,
sharp buggers.
Pretzels without salt are called baldies. Which one of those is a lie?
I'm going to go with number 2.
Number 2 is absolutely true, unfortunately.
Oh, sorry, Lindsay.
The term tying the knot does come and was inspired by pretzels. There you go. Who goes next?
The Puzzle Master
has spoken.
Let's welcome John.
John, there you are right there on line 3. John, how are you, buddy?
Good.
Puzzle Master speaks.
Hey, Puzzle Master.
You got it, buddy. I like it when you talk to me like that. It's National Pretzel Day. Find the lie here. Number 1, 80% of the pretzels produced in the U.S. are made in Pennsylvania. Number 2, on the list of snacks that cause oral injuries, pretzels come in number 4 in the U.S. And lastly, pretzels without salt are called baldies. Which of those is a lie?
I'm going to have to go with oral.
No, that's absolutely right, buddy. You are the one. You're a winner. Oral has won you yet another prize, sir. All right, put you on hold there. Make sure John gets something nice. He feels like a ballet guy to me.
I love pretzels.
I know you do, buddy.
Yeah, all kinds.
I like the softies. I don't like those hard ones, man. Those things are a pain in my ass. What are you laughing at, you chuckling moron?
I'm laughing of how much I just really enjoy you calling yourself Puzzle Master.
Do you really?
The Puzzle Master has spoken.
Puzzle Master has deemed the puzzle too easy. A couple other things. So, by the way, pretzels without salt are called baldies.
Oh.
Watch yourself. And 80% of the pretzels produced in the U.S. are made in Pennsylvania. Any idea why that is?
Pennsylvania Dutch?
That's
The
right.
Amish.
Yeah, the Dutch. The Dutch, because it's weird that, the origin of these things has a couple stories, but most people believe that it moved from Italy into Germany and came to America with the Dutch, and then that's how they wound up here in the middle 1800s or something.
I love pretzels.
Who doesn't?
A couple other things you may not know about pretzels. Pretzels were said to be invented by Italian monks as a treat for students who learned their prayers. Right? That's why, by the way, that's why they're shaped like that. It's supposed to be a crossing of the arms across the heart of the prayer. Americans eat about 2 pounds of pretzels per year. Pennsylvanians, however, eat how many?
6 pounds.
9 pounds.
10.
Give yourself points, Jack. You're not even paying attention. You got it right. 12 pounds a year for Pennsylvanians because they love them.
It's an over-under game for me, Jimmy.
The first known illustration of a pretzel appeared in Germany in 1185.
Wow.
Yeah, because you can't make these things. It's just water, flour, and salt. Like, that's it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, there's like nothing in there. And then lastly here, the word pretzel is derived from the word pretoria.
Come on.
Hold on.
Puzzle Master, what's up?
Yeah, Puzzle Master.
It's not word master.
We know that.
Pretiolus. You mother, I guess that's right. Which means little rewards. Little rewards. There
You ever get the salt-free, the baldies?
I don't do the baldies, buddy. I got to have them loaded with salt. I don't like the hard ones. I get them dipped in. I like beer, cheese, and mustard.
You know what?
God, we had a great one Friday night. What?
Nothing. That's good.
Do you ever go super fat kid and just straight dunk them in some cream cheese?
No, but I do. I know that's good.
Yeah.
You know, Auntie Anne's didn't even start until 88. and they perfected. And by the way, Auntie Anne's makes a damn good pretzel.
And you may want to stop by if you know of any on your way home, because a lot of places that specialize in pretzels are offering deals because today is National Pretzel Day.
Man, I have to tell you that I'm with Jack.
I'm going to Dollar General on the way home.
No, don't do that, dummy.
Dollar General
Look,
pretzel.
we went to Oviedo Brewing the other day. I was just giving a little hit up. And they have a soft pretzel there it's got it's perfect beer cheese. There are a lot of people that have good ones. I mean, breweries should have. You guys remember the brewery that helped us out for the first Holy Takamole? Deadly Sins?
Yeah.
Chef Crystal, the pretzel beer or the pretzels and beer cheese she had at her place.
Oh, I can imagine.
Was insanely good.
Oh.
So what's coming up for thoughts, buddy?
Guys, I'm going to kind of just puff up my chest here and say that I have the absolute best one of these on this show. It's hands down, it's way cooler than yours.
Is it Wrecked Smile?
No.
Hair?
No, it's not.
Your hair's pretty good.
I'm having a good hair day. No, you know what it is?
No.
Video game t-shirt?
Find out next.
Find out after the break.
Whoa!
Nailed it.
Winning Wednesdays happen every Wednesday on our Instagram page at Real Radio 1041 with a new prize available every Wednesday. Real Radio 1041 on Instagram is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
We're seeing a stop-and-go ride from an earlier crash eastbound on I-4 between Park Street and Fairbanks Avenue. It's also slow between US 192 and State Road 535. We have a crash that's blocking the shoulder and slowing you down too, heading west on I-4 between World Drive and 429. A slow ride between Princeton Street and Robinson Street as well. We're still in good shape on the Beach Line as well as 417 now. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Florida Prepaid. Florida Prepaid open enrollment ends in 4 days. Don't miss your chance to earn an additional $125 in college savings for every prepaid year you purchase, up to $500. Your child's path to debt-free college starts here. Enroll by April 30th.
It is no secret that DIY security systems are a big joke. No self-respecting crook pays attention to them. Most police departments don't either. Most national alarm companies aren't much better, but they do charge a ton more. Safe Touch Security, most advanced systems on the market. Starts with every Safe Touch system being professionally designed using layers of protection. First layer, that Safe Touch yard sign, guaranteeing response. Is the only one in the industry that does that. Next layer, perimeter guard cameras. They use analytics and text video notification to tell you when the crime's happening, plus 24/7 onboard video storage as well. Camera also alerts would-be criminals that they've been detected and they are being recorded, but it doesn't stop there. Safe Touch Always On feature means if anybody tries to violate your area protection, Safe Touch is notified before they even enter the house. They call it their dome of protection. Not to mention, if they do get in, the two-way communicator is going to have them in 11 seconds, eliminating the call for verification and getting you the help you need immediately. Not to mention, installed by highly trained pros, and the monitoring system is right here, guys. Plus, it all costs way less than you think. Call today, 888-723-8682. Get that free estimate and demo today, or visit safetouch.com. State license EF233.
Hurry in during Ram Truck Month, where you'll find J.D. Power's #1 brand in new vehicle quality in 2021. And right now, get 0% financing for 72 months on 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn and Laramie Crew Cab models. For 2021 J.D. Power award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Not compatible with any other offer. 0% APR financing for 72 months equals $13.89 per month per $1,000 financed for well-qualified buyers through Chrysler Capital, regardless of down payment. Not all buyers will qualify. See dealer for details. Take retail delivery by 5/2/22.
Are you overpaying on your car loan? Consumer Reports found that the majority of people are. And that's where Upstart comes in. Borrowers save an average of $80 every month by refinancing at a lower interest rate. Check your rate at upstart.com/auto is quick, easy, and won't impact your credit score. Check your rate at upstart.com/auto and start saving today. Savings are estimated based on all consumers who were approved for a car loan through Upstart and accepted their final terms.
Finding the right person for the job isn't easy. Just ask someone who hired a lounge singer to be their office receptionist.
Hello, this is Mickey Marquis, and you've reached the office of Doug & Associates. Thank you very much. Catch me Tuesday nights at the Hotel Johnson. Hello?
But if you've got an insurance question, you can always count on your local Geico agent. They can bundle your policies, which could save you hundreds.
Doug and Associates, this is Mickey Market. Hello?
For expert help with all your insurance needs, visit geico.com/local today.
It's Super Cash time at Old Navy. Right now, redeem your $10 in Super Cash and save $10 on every $25 purchase. Use it on everything. Run to Old Navy or oldnavy.com today. Valid 4/23 to 5/1. Excludes gift cards and clearance. See oldnavy.com/supercash for more details.
Spectrum is America's leading internet provider, delivering ultra-fast gig speeds you need on the high-performance network you want. And Spectrum's advanced home Wi-Fi is security made simple, automatically blocking outside threats, along with 99.9% network reliability. So no matter what you do online, you can do it faster, safer, and more reliably with Spectrum Internet. Get 200 megabits per second for only $49.99 a month. Visit Spectrum.com today for details. Based on internet subscribers among top internet service providers. Restrictions apply.
You're the one who protects the flock, and that requires an eye for detail. Because when safety and well-being are on the line, it's the details that can save lives. Even when no one else is watching, you see everything. Grainger gets you, and we're here for you, and all the ones who get it done with a wide range of safety products and solutions, plus board-certified safety consultants here to answer your questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Every 3 seconds, there's a new victim of identity theft. A criminal could be applying for loans in your name or even selling your personal info on the dark web. Protecting your identity can be easy with LifeLock by Norton. LifeLock monitors your info and alerts you to potential identity threats. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but with LifeLock, it's easy to help protect yourself. Save up to 25% off your first year at LifeLock.com with promo code NEWS.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by the Original Mattress Factory.
Introducing the Amscott Installment Cash Advance. From $100 to $1,000 with no credit checks and flexible payment options. That's more money and more time to pay it back. Amscott. Some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
Some roads take us to where we want to go. Other roads lead to Mo. In a world full of dangerous roads, there's only one thing you need to know. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
Divorce? Call Trimley and Kramer, TK Law. OneFirmForLife.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind studio. Your accident, your future, your attorney. Contact them at whenyounneedus.com or call pound 546 from your cell. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station. This is the Jim Colbert Show. Also available on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Just search The Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Hope you had a wonderful Tuesday. On your way home, just turn us up. We got you all the way to your driveway, and of course, you can use your smart speaker when you get home to tune us in there as well. I am Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
So is Jack.
Good evening.
And Ross has some thoughts.
It's weird.
Shoot the gap.
It's funny.
Shocked.
Sometimes.
We'll find out.
It's Ross. Spelled like sauce.
Feeling it.
It's Ross Thoughts.
We'll get in there.
I'm feeling it, guys. Ross Thoughts is brought to you by Mills Air. They are phenomenal. I will tell you a little bit more about them in a little bit of time.
Wonderful people.
God, man. I can't even hear my AC, and I'm not used to that.
I know. And it's so cold.
It's so cold. It's so amazing. I digress.
Okay, you digress.
Here's the thing that I'm going to say with full-blown confidence. I have the best high school mascot on the show.
Wow, really? That's a bold statement.
And I'm not even really quite sure what yours is. I don't know why. I take an odd amount of pride from my high school mascot and my high school colors.
Let me ask you before we start certifying any of this information.
It's already certified.
You claim to be so true. How do you determine what makes your high school mascot the best one out there? Is it that your high school mascot could either beat mine up or kill it?
I absolutely 1,000% think my mascot could kill all of your mascots combined.
So that's a number one determiner, right? It's like if my mascot can kill your mascot, my mascot is better than your mascot. Or is it that yours is unique?
Would like the Toronto Raptors have the best mascot?
Yeah, that's
who's going to be the Raptor?
That's a tough one to beat, but anybody with a gun, like a Patriot.
A Patriot.
Oh. But Patriot, what's that, a single shot?
Are you guys really
black
doing this?
powder? You got to load it?
Listen, you got a bunch of them, Jack. There's more than one Patriot.
Down the street, what's going to kill a raptor? How about magic? We are literally magic over here in Orlando.
Yeah, but what
unless
kind
you
of
watch
magic?
the team.
Remember?
Yeah, what kind of magic? You're right.
Winter Warlock, he was losing his powers towards the end and just had a few magic, acorns.
Yeah,
But
some corn.
I get my balls busted over Hotel Transylvania. Okay.
It makes perfect sense.
First of all, I just had this $1 billion idea for the Orlando Magic, and they should go 1 week out of some random month in the season and refer to themselves as the Orlando Blood Magic. That will strike fear.
Yeah, it would.
Dark magic.
Yeah, dark magic.
And they all wear a vial of the coach's blood.
Ooh.
Go, Deb. I like where your head's
That's the
at.
kind of marketing
Thank
they
you.
need.
They need blood magic.
In lieu
There
of
you
players.
go.
They
And
need that.
just sacrifice a goat at halftime.
Boom, every time.
Everyone loves it.
I'll buy the goat.
It's so sick. God, you're welcome, DeVos.
Right, exactly, right. So many great ideas.
I'm over here just donking great ideas for you guys
Here's
on
the
free.
here's the great thing. It's not like you're going to offend anybody.
Yeah.
Oh.
The Orlando Blood Magic, baby. You guys are welcome.
All right, here we go.
Can't do anything to hurt.
God, now you got me. I don't even think Raptors are a very good mascot.
I think that's a very good mascot. It's odd that it's up in Canada, though.
Yeah, it's not around. They're not around anymore.
Yeah.
You guys remember when what was it? Washington had the team called the Bullets.
Yeah, the Washington Bullets.
The
dog.
Washington
They
Bullets.
didn't play.
They did not think that one out.
We're here to get loose.
Yeah. Good point.
Yeah,
It used to be the Houston Oilers.
yeah,
Yeah, not the Houston Texans.
yeah. It used to be the Oilers.
That's right.
Yeah, because the Oilers, Houston moved to, Tennessee?
Yeah. And then they became the Titans.
Titans are cool. That's a
a
cool
great
one.
name, yeah.
I like Tennessee Titans.
The
Alliteration.
Dolphins is apt.
The Dolphins. That was a choice.
That's apt. It's Miami.
It's
what
Miami.
Else, what do you else? What's it supposed to be down there? The Miami Ecstasies?
Yeah, Miami drug dealers.
Right.
Okay. My high school mascot, which I think is going to be far superior than all three of yours, is a shark. Specifically, a great white shark. Come at me, all of you nerds.
Say the name of your high school with the mascot in tow.
The Gulf Coast Sharks.
You are the Gulf Coast Great White Sharks or just the Gulf Coast Sharks?
Sharks.
Because there's also a lemon shark.
Yeah, nurse shark.
It's a great white shark, guys.
And
Are
there's,
you sure?
Let me
there's baby shark.
Oh, that's right. Baby shark.
Let me actually go to your high school website and see if it is a great white. Because if not a great white,
Gulf Coast sharks.
Why are you going to look this up right now?
Gulf Coast.
Why?
High.
It's definitely a great white
Now,
shark.
see, all of these athletic endeavors are played on land.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh,
I
come
think
on.
you're automatically going to lose out, and the Dumont Huskies will be victorious.
Gulf Coast sharks.
It's probably, it looks like either a Mako or a great white. I got to give him credit for it.
Oh yeah,
Look
that's
how-
definitely a Mako or a
That's
great
a
white.
terrifying shark.
See, I have to tell you, God, I wanted to argue this, but unfortunately, I think your mascot's in a different realm than mine, so they'll never be able to battle.
It was cutting edge.
No.
Yeah, my mascot is a panther, and it's a bad MFer.
Yeah, see, Panther, absolutely.
But panther against shark is, I mean,
Yeah.
on ground, no
Yeah,
problem.
no.
Even in shallow water, I think my guy's in bad shape.
Yeah, kitty no like water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kitty don't like water.
And sharks hate everything.
What is
They
yours,
do
Jack?
not.
A husky, Dumont Huskies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. Just a bunch of chubs.
Yeah. What? How are you gonna
Chubs.
defend
What?
yourself by just leaving hair everywhere?
I don't know. I just imagined your mascot. They're called the Huskies, and it's just a bunch of broad-shouldered people.
Jack's husky, its magical power is shedding.
Yeah.
No, that's sled dog right
I'll get
there.
this hair in your eye.
Take that. Now, I think
The whole
I
time.
also have the best high school color scheme.
Okay, what is yours?
Black, silver,
Black and silver is pretty
Ooh,
nice.
That is pretty
Raiders.
sweet.
Doesn't
Yeah.
really fit the shark theme though.
teal.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
A man's
It's
color.
like the Jaguars.
Yeah.
That's like Jacksonville. Like Jacksonville's.
I like that color scheme.
No, it looks good. I agree with that.
I
Very
like
Florida.
a good teal.
Very mean Florida.
What was it? Wait, Debs, what was your mascot?
I have no idea.
What?
I
She
don't
went to
remember.
an all-girls private school. It was probably the hairbrushes.
There's a...
Oh.
Oh my God.
Ladies, aren't you happy that you spend your time listening to someone who thinks that my high school mascot was the hairbrushes? Because we're so like super, and we always wanted to look like really good for the games.
I'm sorry.
So like we totally
Jack wrote
had like.
Jack wrote
Well,
that.
what games?
Yeah, you didn't.
You didn't even say you had one.
Because that was the jocks part. I was the St. Joseph's Academy College Preparatory School for Girls.
Short
Hasn't
skirt.
existed since 1990.
Oh, yeah.
You
I
had-
don't remember.
You had female jocks?
It was an all-girls school.
all-girls
so
Yeah.
yeah.
I just have never referred to a girl, a female jock. Is that
yeah,
weird?
Yeah. No, that's what they are. Female jocks.
But I
You've
mean,
never heard that term used?
No.
You've never heard of a female athlete called a jock?
I have not heard of a female athlete called a jock. I mean, I thought jock was from jock strap. I don't.
Probably
I
is.
don't know if they're jock strap.
I think girls wear jock straps when they play softball.
Do they?
I believe so.
Why?
You can't take a line drive to that thing.
No, you can't. But do they have like a plate for it? Because you wouldn't wear the cup. That wouldn't do any much good for you either.
Yeah, you know the cup would
Can't
go.
keep your gummy nerds in there. They'd get all melty.
Yeah, no, but I mean it's supposed to protect just from being hit there, right? And I mean and provide structure so it doesn't get racked up. Look,
I can have you on record that you think female athletes wear jock straps.
Well, not jock straps, but maybe their version of it. That would be interesting to find out, though.
Now I'm curious, but that just doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, it's like,
oh, don't type that in. Yeah, don't type that one in. That turned out.
You just typed in female
jock strap. Yeah. I didn't know that's a series of porn, I guess.
Yeah.
No, they do have them actually. It's called a jock strap for women.
That's odd.
Yeah, because women play hockey as well, so I guess it's meant to protect them there.
I mean, it wouldn't. I'm Deb, our female correspondent here. You're the one person who I feel comfortable asking these types of questions with.
Oh boy.
How much does it hurt more, like getting punched downstairs, than just like in the abs?
Oh, it hurts like hell.
Yeah.
I fell on the monkey bars as a child in first grade, and from that day on, I was like, "Yep, I get why it hurts my brother."
Yeah.
Yep. Because that.
Do we ever find out
I saw stars.
Did we find out Jack's mascot?
Yeah, his husky. Remember
Husky,
his
that's right, yeah.
special gift was shedding.
That's right. Yeah.
Jack, what was your color scheme?
It was orange and brown.
Orange and brown.
The great.
No, my God. You like the Cleveland Browns?
Oh my God Almighty!
Actually, yeah.
It's like UPS and Halloween had a baby.
It was exactly like the Cleveland Browns.
No, that is
I'm so sorry.
What was your color scheme, Deborah?
At blue and white.
Blue and white.
Yeah, God's colors.
Yeah, God's colors, right?
Yeah,
Mine was blue and gold.
Okay, that's a classic high school
Yeah,
color
it is.
scheme.
It's blue, gold, and white. It couldn't get more classic than that.
But you got all bummed out about
classic than that.
It's kind of lame.
Blue and gold.
The panther they drew at first was kind of lame. They painted one on the wall of the high school, and I'm like, who paid the bum to do that? It's like the first thing you see when you walk in. This thing looked like it was. Well, I can't say that. Go ahead.
Good save. Good save. We had a statue built in my high school down in Gulf Coast, down in Naples. And
It's Gulf Coast.
Golf.
You keep saying golf. It's golf. G-U-L-F. Buzz him.
No, that's
Jesus,
not
man. Buzz this guy. He said it 50 times.
It's Gulf Coast.
It's golf.
No, it's not.
It is. You're not saying golf. It's Gulf Coast.
Listen,
You're saying golf. It's golf.
That's not
It's
that
clearly
big of a
different.
difference.
Yeah, he's right.
Gulf Coast. Gulf Coast.
There you go.
That sounds so bad.
Oh, you mean being correct?
Yeah, I don't like the word
Okay.
Gulf.
What's the body of water out on the coast there?
It's a Gulf.
It's the Gulf of Mexico.
It's the
It's
Gulf
the
of
Gulf
Mexico.
of Mexico. It's Gulf Coast.
Gulf. Ah, man, I
There you
hate
go.
my high school now. A stupid-ass mascot.
That is a good-ass mascot, though. You have a shark. It's like a Mako. I don't think it's a great
is.
I mean, this thing is a beaut. But we debuted a shark statue, and it was being built for like months and months and months. And they took every kid out of the class. I still feel guilty about this. They took every kid out of the class to debut the new statue.
Right, everybody's standing around.
Yeah. And there was a drum roll. They had the drum line out there, and then they debut the shark, and it's the worst statue I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, really? It's bad?
It's really bad. The seaweed that the shark is shooting out of kind of looks like a schlong, like a shark schlong.
Shark schlong.
Oh, God. It was this shark schlong. People booed.
Are you serious?
Booed this statue, and I think the artist was there. I think the artist might have been like a damn high school student. That's the only reason why this thing came out so bad.
That won't leave a scar.
This shark had an extra chromosome. This thing was looking different, not a good looking shark.
Is it made of concrete?
You're looking at the damn statue?
It does not look. It's not.
You
It's
see
not
that
good.
seaweed shark schlong?
Yeah, it's not good.
Oh man, that thing is.
It's
no
not,
bueno.
That's like I don't know. That may be a great white, buddy.
It kind of looks like a great white. So
Yeah, that's a
I can't
terrible
believe
thing.
Deb doesn't have a mascot. Your mascot was God.
I just don't remember.
Yeah, she didn't care. She didn't play sports. You saw her play pickleball, man.
Yeah, I didn't play sports.
Damn.
I was on the other side of that, always being tired. It was like, wait a minute. My artwork I just got a medal from the governor, and my artwork displayed in the state capitol, and nobody at school knows. But the softball team gets a win, and all of a sudden we're having an assembly and a parade.
Or even a loss.
Yeah, exactly. So my best friends and I started our own club.
Very good. That's what you do.
Yeah.
Art is subjective, and scoreboards aren't.
That's right.
What was that, scoreboard, or was that scoreboard?
Scoreboard.
Okay, just checking. While we're out at the Gulf.
Oh, you guys are starting a war. It's golf. Golf and golf.
Those are two different words, buddy.
And they shouldn't be.
With two completely different meanings. One of those is a game. The other is a body of water.
You don't spell them the same way.
I know that.
Just checking.
You sure?
Gulf Coast. I'm sticking with it. You know what I'm also sticking with?
What's that?
I'm sticking with Mills Air.
You should
dude,
stick with them. They're
because
good people.
they took care of me, guys. It's Florida. It's about to get piping hot. And if your AC isn't working, it's time to call the best in the biz, Mills Air. They could not have helped me out more. I'm dead serious. I just stare at my AC unit every morning going, how'd they do this? Look at all the what is it when they go into the backyard? They make like a little tunnel.
Oh yeah.
A trench.
A trench. They trenched my backyard to make it work. It was phenomenal. That's what 30 years of experience will get you. Mills Air is a Carrier factory authorized dealer. I love my Carrier unit and how quiet it is. So turn to the experts at Carrier. Call today, Mills Air, for your appointment, 407-277-1159, or hit them up online, millsair.com. You will not regret it. Those are your Ross thoughts. Gulf Coast, I don't care. I'm out. Peace.
All right, 407-916-1041. Back with more of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
And Scarbar.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7. It's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and Secured Roofing and Restoration.com. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Mike, and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
We're seeing a stop-and-go ride from an earlier crash eastbound on I-4 between Park Street and Fairbanks Avenue. It's also slow between US 192 and State Road 535. We have a crash that's blocking the shoulder and slowing you down too, heading west on I-4 between World Drive and 429. A slow ride between Princeton Street and Robinson Street as well. We're still in good shape on the beach line as well as 417 now. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Don't drive much, don't pay much with pay-per-mile insurance from Allstate. Life is good when you're in the driver's seat. At Allstate, better protection costs a whole lot less. Visit Allstate.com or call an agent for a quote today.
When the big box stores wanted to partner up with a bathroom remodeling company, they chose Rebath because their reputation is stellar and because they know what they're doing. 31 years in the business, they have the proper license and insurance, they're dependable, and they have standards of performance. So what I'm saying is, the big box stores, you know what I'm talking about, they lean on Rebath to help them with their bathroom remodeling business. And the reason why? I just said that, and the guy who owns this company is a great person. Anybody would want to be in business with Dave Denbauer, and you will as well, because you're going to get your bathroom in just 4 to 6 days. That's right, you're going to get it with incredible products, plus natural stone, travertine, marble, all those colors cut perfectly. That means no grout lines. And the great thing about Rebath is this. Once you hire them, you're done. You don't have to hire 4 or 5 different contractors or worry about anything. They have all the products they're going to install in-house ready to go. You just simply sit with their design team and come up with a design that you love, then they install it with their employees, no subcontractors, and at the end you get a lifetime guarantee on the products and the install, which is unheard of. And you can see these products set up to kind of get an idea of what your bathroom can look like. It's right 436 in Altamont, right across from Kobe. That's where you'll find the showroom. They have some models set up, and those are just to show you what the products look like. All bathrooms from Rebath are custom bathrooms. Hop over to the website, look at the before and afters, then book your appointment. Your new bathroom awaits at rebathmidfla.com.
Right now at Contone Plus, get free next day delivery on all major appliances. That means if you love it today, you can have it tomorrow. We've got hundreds of items in stock, ready to be delivered next day for free. Looking for the brands you love? We have them all. Samsung, LG, GE, and more. Hurry in today to get an extra 10% off on appliance packages. Great deals, top-rated brands, rows full of items in stock, and free next-day delivery? There's only one place to go to create the home you love. Contone Plus.
Call me, Mark Anajar, at the law offices of Anajar & Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation. And take back control of your life. Office in Orlando.
People who suffer from long-term chronic joint pain spend so much of their time acting, putting up a carefree front. It's exhausting.
I was really tired of trying to act like I wasn't in pain because I was in pain all the time.
Rick Rawlings didn't want everyone else to know that he was coping with agonizing shoulder pain 24/7.
Yes, I had to put on a face to cover up my pain.
But then Rick found QC Kinetics, offering new lasting treatments for joint pain using natural biologics. Treatments designed to restore and repair joint tissue with no drugs, no surgery, no downtime. The results were amazing.
I am very glad. It changed my life doing the QC Kinetics. Today, my shoulders feel wonderful. The cranky Rick is gone. He's not grouchy anymore.
No more acting. Feel like yourself again with a call to QC Kinetics.
Call QC Kinetics, 689-244-7980. That's 689-244-7980. QC Kinetics, 689-244-7980.
Eat, play, hurry down to Dave & Buster's for the limited time Eat and Play Combo. And time is running out to get an entree and a game card starting at just $19.99. But you better hurry because it ends this Sunday. Go! The Eat and Play Combo, exclusively at Dave & Buster's. Limited time only. Pricing may vary. Other restrictions apply. See store for details.
Do you like no-filter, full flavors? The makers of Smirnoff Ice got you covered. Smirnoff Ice Smash is a collision of delicious fruit flavors, like strawberry and lemon, peach and mango, or pineapple and coconut. It's a premium malt beverage, 8% alcohol by volume, and you can get it in both 16 and 24-ounce cans. If you want a no-filter, full-flavor option to start off your weekend, pick up a Smirnoff Ice Smash at your local store today. Smirnoff Ice Smash, bold flavor for the people. Please drink responsibly.
She was just 14, a normal, innocent girl. She was abducted from a convenience store. She suffered unspeakable abuse and was so violated she will never have children. She was eventually rescued from a dark basement. That she is me. Thankfully, the Lifeboat Project offers victims housing, healthcare, education, and assistance to help with the healing. Please give generously to the lifeboatproject.org. Human trafficking is real, and the lifeboatproject.org is real help.
Switch to Spectrum Mobile and get unlimited data for only $29.99 per month each when you get 2 or more lines. You could save hundreds on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save. Visit SpectrumMobile.com/save. Offer valid for new customers on 2 or more unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Restrictions apply. Visit SpectrumMobile.com for details.
Sure, you can use your phone to call a radio station, but iHeartRadio's revolutionized the way you talk to us. Introducing the TalkBack mic inside the free iHeartRadio app. Here's how to use it. Just listen to your favorite iHeartRadio station on the app. When you have something to say, tap the TalkBack mic and record your message. You can even listen back to make sure your message sounds perfect. After all, it could end up on the radio. Talk to your favorite iHeartRadio stations with one tap. Only on the free iHeartRadio app.
iHeartRadio. Divorce? Call Trinley and Kramer, TK Law, onefirmforlife.com.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
If a shark landed on shore, my Winter Park Wildcats would tear the living S out of that shark. Great white or not. You can chomp around, Mr. Shark, but you ain't got no legs to stand on. Ross. Right, Angel?
Well, the dawn was coming. Heard him ringing on my bed. They say my name's a teacher.
You will never, ever, ever hear this song played on the air anywhere. This may be the first time this song's been played on Real Radio or on Central Florida air anywhere in 50 years. Maybe one of the most underrated bands from the late 60s going through the 70s, the great Jethro Tull.
Big heavy metal act.
Yeah. This guy is so talented, man. So unbelievably talented.
Ian Anderson.
Yeah, man. All right, 407.
Awesome flautist.
Yeah.
There we go.
Little rock and roll flute.
Take that, Lizzo.
We had some really great talkbacks. I know we're running out of time in the show. One guy was mentioning for the B-52s, the opening acts, the Tubes, and Casey and the Sunshine
That's right.
Band.
I saw the Tubes. I did not see KC, but I did see that. I didn't bother mentioning that. Yeah, we mentioned earlier in the show the B-52s are about to step out on their farewell tour. I think about 20 dates.
We are. And Atlanta is as close as they come to Florida. Yeah.
If you see a painted sign, is it painted sign? If you see a painted sign
on the side of the road,
he owns a coffee company.
Yeah, like a spitting distance from here.
Yeah, up in DeLand. Sweet guy. Man, his eyes were the color of a stop sign when he came in here. He was so
I thought you were going to say blue.
He was so not high. And he looks exactly like he did when he was like 30, which is weird. I mean, a little bit wrinklier, but I mean, and it was, you know what the funny thing is, when you meet these rock star guys, we've been lucky enough to meet a bunch of them. There is a certain, and there's a word for this, Jack, and I do not know what it is. Maybe you or Deb will know.
Or Ross.
No.
You can't forget about Ross there. I didn't even. Gulf Coast.
There's a certain elan or a vibe they have where they don't care. You
X Factor?
Apathy.
There's
Nailed it.
When you talk to them, you get the idea they're not scared of a whole lot. You know, and you just, when you talk to them about his career and about that, you know, how they were making music at a certain time that, you know, nobody thought would go over, and then not only does it go over, it goes over, makes them legendary, but there's no fear. That's the weird thing about talking to people like that. He was never scared of making the decision, never scared of, you know, writing a song weirder than the next, none of that stuff. You know, they were, yeah.
You know what is just painfully crippling is self-doubt.
Yeah.
And if you don't have any, you are 30%
ahead of the game.
Ahead of the game, more so than anybody who's critical of themselves.
Yeah, and in a lot of these people, and I guess this happens with us even, if you ask me something about the show that happened 10 years ago, more than likely I am not going to remember it the way you did. And talking to Fred Schneider, the lead singer of the B-52s, when he was in talking about his coffee company, asking him about shows or different times in his career, he was like, I don't know. Maybe, I guess. You know, he would just, you know, it didn't... his career wasn't going by like we were watching it go by to him.
Right.
It was a job. It was a gig. He had a lot of fun. Yes, I had fun, did the whole 9 yards. But, I mean, he didn't really you didn't get the feeling he was, like, really into it. Like, it wasn't like his identity. He had something else going for himself, which was kind of cool.
And coffee. He likes coffee.
Yeah, another other thing. He likes a bunch of stuff. He travels around, He's very aware. He's, like, very aware of what's going on around him. I just remember that, too.
I think I know this, but what's your go-to cup of coffee? What do you do? Don't you do something a little weird?
Aware. Like
he's a French press kind of guy.
You're a French press guy?
I do like French press coffee. I like it strong, though. So when I go to my favorite coffee spot, which we won't mention, I get the bold coffee, and then I get a little cream and sugar in there. How do you like coffee?
I will tell you. I do
These guys are writing during the break.
I do enjoy a good French press.
Yeah.
It always comes off so much stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Like the opposite of my country's World War II experience.
Mm-hmm. I thought that was all fake. I thought France was they were badasses during World War II. They got a bad rep there.
I do believe that is also somewhat true, but
Mm-hmm.
you are not French. So I figured that you did not feel that way. I keep that secret close to my heart.
Yeah, we. Moi?
Moi. Je m'appelle.
407-916-1041. Again, I would just go to the thing of people just now tuning into the program. It's like that little guy that Jim Gaffigan does.
Yes.
When his jokes don't hit.
Yeah.
Is he going to talk about dogs all day?
I love that.
Au revoir. Au revoir.
You guys get angry.
Hello.
You guys get angry when you read something that you've been told to do your entire life, then all of a sudden science goes, wait a minute.
Yeah, well.
We didn't pick up on that last paragraph of the study. It turns out we've been telling you the wrong thing for many, many years. And this is happening in a number of food items. Remember when eggs were the worst thing you could put in your body?
Yep.
Or drinking milk was the worst thing you could ever do to your body?
But full-fat dairy, butter, and cream has been vindicated.
Right, yeah, you're right. It has. 100% vindicated.
It's finally been vindicated, and yet people still think that the low-fat version is healthier, but it's not because it makes it up with sugar.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, back up.
Whole cream butter is better for you than margarines and spreads and things like that because they're made with hydrogenated oils and stuff.
So your
Did you not know
body
that?
knows what to do with butter. It doesn't know what to do with all those hydrogenated
margarine's one
palm
of the
oils.
That's one of the worst things you put in your body, by the way.
All right. I know it's... All right, I'll stop buying it, but...
And you need to... Yeah.
I really like Smart Balance.
Yeah, it's not smart.
No, it's not good for you.
It's not smart at all, actually. Just use real butter. Just don't use much of it.
I will. All right, fine.
Just
Can I
better
get
for
whipped?
Yeah.
All
right.
Oh, yeah. Get the Land O'Lakes whipped, lightly salted.
Do me a favor.
Thank you.
Leave your kinks at home.
Or get the Land O'Lakes canola oil and sea salt. It's a little bit, or they also have an olive oil one. It's a little bit healthier for your
so
heart.
listen, I have this air fryer. We have to talk about salt one day. First of all, it's the only rock we eat. But
whoa,
not the only one we smoke though.
What it does, it really makes flavor pop. You guys need to get on board of the salt train.
Yeah, I read a story about it the other day. Salt's really blowing up right now.
Salt is also the basis of the word salary.
Yeah, because they used to pay bills with it.
They used to pay people in salt.
In salt.
So salt,
Oh, yeah, man.
S-A-L, is
Yeah.
both Spanish, but it's the Latin word for salt. And, back when it was worth its weight in gold because it was the only way where you could, preserve meats.
Yeah, absolutely.
Was
pickling, all that stuff. Yeah,
salting, pickling, flavor, just for that.
That's why. I mean, all the spices were like that was trade. It was it was how you made money.
Soldiers in the Roman army were sometimes paid with salt instead of money. Their monthly allowance was called salarium, sal being the Latin word for salt.
Damn.
So there you go.
And now you can buy it for a truckload, $6.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's not what I'm talking about. Here's what I'm talking. No.
What?
I was just such a random. Felt like I just left 8th grade. It was just very educational, very informative.
Medically,
I didn't know.
Medically, what are these things you're told to do at a certain age? Like, when you get to a certain age, they tell you, hey, make sure you do this. Like one of the ones that's
colonoscopy at 50.
Colonoscopy at 50 for guys is one of the big ones for sure, right? I mean, you get the thumb. That's been made jokes of 100 times. There's some others, though. What is it?
The mammogram.
Yeah, more mammograms, right? Do that. Drink more water as you get older, right?
Yep.
I know which one you're referring to, but so I don't want to say it.
Yeah. So for years, and Ross, you won't know this, but for people our age, in their 50s or whatever, you'll understand this. For years, doctors recommended people in their 50s start taking baby aspirin every day to protect against heart attacks and stroke. Now, do you understand the what it does?
Helps with inflammation?
Thins out your blood a little bit.
Okay.
Aspirin thins out your blood a little bit, so it allows your blood to flow through your veins, therefore less chance for heart attack and for stroke caused by,
a clot.
Clots, hemorrhaging, what's the other?
Stroke. AFib.
AFib, all that fun stuff. But apparently they have now shifted on that opinion. Now, this is after how many years? As long as I've been alive.
Yeah.
This has been a medical fact.
They used to call it baby aspirin.
Matter of fact, they make one specifically. Like Jack said, it's a coated little aspirin with only, I think it's like 40 or 60 milligrams.
Now, see,
it used to be baby aspirin, but now it's like a 72 milligram.
I thought it was 65.
All right, something low.
It's a super small, super low dose aspirin.
They don't call it baby aspirin anymore because you shouldn't be giving your babies aspirin.
And I don't remember this being. I remember the early 90s is when this really became a new preventative tool.
Yeah.
I don't remember it being before that, but that's still a good 30 years.
I remember it from when my dad remember my dad doing this, like taking an aspirin, and my dad would chew aspirin up.
Oh, like
he would
the
put them in
baby
his
aspirin?
mouth. He would, the big white pill aspirins. He would put them in his mouth and chew them up.
Bitter.
Because he heard that when they go to your stomach and they'll sit in your stomach, they can cause ulcers in your stomach lining if you take them whole. But it says in major new guidance, an influential physician task force no longer recommends daily aspirin to prevent a first heart attack or stroke among people 60 or older. The new guidance says people 40 to 59 should only take it if they have high risk of cardiovascular disease.
And part of the reason is just like why you said your father crushed his aspirin was because they found an increased risk in stomach bleeding and bleeding in the brain.
And he would chew those damn things up. He would get the 300 bear aspirin.
The bear, yeah, the big ones.
In the big old bottle. And he'd put 3 or 4 in his hand and pop it in his mouth and start chewing them up.
Ugh.
And then wash them down with water. It's not a positive experience. I've done it.
You make so much more sense after hearing that.
How's that?
I really can't put it into words.
Yeah, you can. You're just afraid to.
No. I need to hear this because. Go ahead, buddy. Tell me what you're thinking.
No, if I'm a 5-year-old and I look at my dad, just straight dome piece, some Advil, some Bayer.
My dad would put those things. I listen. I can hear the shake of that shake of that Bayer aspirin container that held 300 or 400 or 500 aspirin tabs, and he would pop that cap off, and he would dump 3 or 4 in the palm of his hand, and he would throw them back there, and he would chew them up, and he'd make a big deal out of it because he thought it was disgusting.
Yeah.
Bitter.
And he would smile and show me, and it was like a thing. But my dad was one of these guys who rolled his own cigarettes. He chewed plug tobacco. He was a straight. You can't get more real man than my dad was real man.
Steel toe work boots?
Drinking whiskey out of the bottle, steel toe work boots, did not F around. He was not there to F around.
Wallet on a chain?
No, big old thick leather wallet, probably caused back problems.
Zippo lighter that you could smell every time he lit it?
Same leather belt, same square-toed Sears work boots, same Dickies pants every day.
Yep.
My dad was fresh.
Yeah, your dad was polyester.
Electric blue dress pants.
Okay.
I never saw no, that's not true.
Never saw your dad's pants?
No. My dad started going to church in the 80s, and he would wear suits and go to church, but it was really rare that I would ever see my dad like dressed up.
I remember going to church with my dad and my mom. And
wow,
they were,
really?
Like, on the rocks. And
you guys drank at church?
I know, but I mean, my dad did beforehand. I just remember looking at my dad and going like, "What are you doing here, man? This is not your place.
How are you in here?"
Yeah.
Does God know?
Yeah, I think he knows, man.
Is God on lunch or something?
Yeah, you gotta skedaddle.
Yeah, man. All those years you were told to eat those little aspirin, and now they tell you not to even do it until you're 75.
And
it doesn't
always
even
check
matter
with your doctor. Yeah,
it's so incredible that like you look back and you think, wow, people have been doing this entire life because they were told that was the best thing for you. And I mean, look, I'm not saying those small aspirin caused any medical issues, but Jesus, who knows now? Who knows what effect that could have had on people after taking them for 30 or 40 years on the recommendation of the FDA or whatever. That's amazing. to me. That floors me. The fact that we're this advanced as a country and you're just now sneaking up on the aspirin facts.
Well, I don't think just sneaking. I mean, that's what science is. It continues to evolve. Now they have 30 years of information of a lot of people taking that little aspirin.
Yeah.
They've been able to weigh the benefits to the risks, and they realize, yeah, no, not so much.
Mm-hmm.
There's been some other guidance when you think about CPR. It used to always be chest compressions
ABC.
and breath.
Yeah.
Well, now you can just do the chest compressions without necessarily having to do the breath, and it would still count as CPR.
Stop
So
trying to make out with them.
that's been an updated, policy or procedure.
Mhm.
So, medicine changes with the time.
That one's been around for a while, too, and that just got changed. It's just amazing that you just found that out, though, right? I mean, it's just compressing the heart and then breathing in. What took so long to figure that out?
I mean, you gotta like break a rib. You gotta get in.
Oh yeah,
there.
that's when they tried to bring my mom back. That's what they told me. They said they tried to bring my mom back when she passed, and I'm not trying to bring you down. I'm moved on it, but they said, hey, just so you know, that's there's gonna be other damage sustained and while trying to bring her back to life.
Babies and seniors.
Yeah.
You got to, with babies, you got to be real careful with CPR. It's like with your fingers.
Yeah, really.
And with seniors,
oh,
their bones are so brittle.
Absolutely.
You
That's
just
why the old fall hip thing is so detrimental to older people. They never bounce back.
And what do you do with babies in CPR?
You literally just take two fingers and just push their chest like that.
Yeah, you use.
Oh, that's kind of cute though. It's kind of cute.
As they're dying, Ron?
Yeah, you're talking about a baby that's heart is not beating.
I'm sorry. Did you judge the end result of my hypothetical baby CPR?
407-916-1041. Text us at 77031.
Because in my mind, the baby makes it.
All right, last call's coming up in just a few minutes. Hop on board now. Again, that's 407-916-1041. Call back from the show. Something funny. Make us laugh. You owe us one. Back in a second for that.
Make us think or make it funny. Just make it good. Get on board now for last call on the Jim Colbert Show. 407-916-1041.
This Real Radio 1041 weather report sponsored by Rude Air Conditioning, powered by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. We've got a couple of storms this evening north toward Gainesville, but nothing much popping in the Orlando area. Tomorrow, though, that'll change. We've got a cold front coming into the region. After a high tomorrow of 91 degrees, we'll see a 30% chance for storms during the evening. A dry end to the work week and nice with highs close to 80 degrees. Then the humidity and the heat returns for the weekend with a chance for storms, especially Sunday. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Florida Prepaid. Florida Prepaid open enrollment ends in 4 days. Don't miss your chance to earn an additional $125 in college savings for every prepaid year you purchase, up to $500. Your child's path to debt-free college starts here. Enroll by April 30th.
Business owners, are you feeling the pressures of running your business? There's a limit to what you can do and still keep employees engaged, but Insperity can help. They put 30-plus years of HR experience to work, helping you with hiring, training, HR administration, and compliance while giving your employees competitive benefit options. And because you're able to list and focus on other priorities, your employees can thrive, your business can grow, because with Insperity, nothing seems impossible. Full-service HR, employee benefits, HR technology, it's Insperity, HR that makes a difference.
This is a metaphor for your business's journey. Sometimes it feels like the world is throwing everything it has at you. And to succeed, you need someone to guide you through. That's what Dell Technologies advisors do. They have the Windows PCs and tech advice to help you navigate whatever challenges you're up against and get you safely to where you want to be. Call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL. A start to a simpler experience with Windows 11 Pro.
Hand me that nail gun. Here you go. And here's the fries. Lunch. Who's hungry? Maybe instead of loading up a nail gun with French fries to feed the crew, we should just order lunch through Easy Cater. Food from all our favorite restaurants. My bad. On time and as ordered. Load up the hot dogs while I think about it.
Some food just doesn't work at work, but Easy Cater just does. Food for work on time and as ordered from over 85,000 restaurants. Order 24/7 at EasyCater.com.
When you owe the IRS or state sales tax and can't pay, call J. David Tax Law for effective tax help. J. David Tax Law can stop IRS or state collection actions and protect you from financial ruin. Call J. David Tax Law for a no-cost consultation at 407-603-3962. That's 407-603-3962 or at jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
My Friday nights usually spent out, but since my friends got Xfinity Internet, Friday nights in are where it's at. Because Xfinity has supersonic Wi-Fi faster than a gig to power a house full of devices all at once. We got our shows streaming, playlists bumping, and games galore. Now that's unbeatable internet for every great night in. Come on, y'all. The coasters aren't just for decoration.
Learn more about supersonic Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Or get started with 50 megabits per second internet for $25 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today to learn more. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Ends 4/28/22. Restrictions apply. New Connect Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Gig Wi-Fi requires gig internet and X-Fi gateway. Actual speeds vary.
Introducing the Amscot Installment Cash Advance. From $100 to $1,000 with no credit checks and flexible payment options. That's more money and more time to pay it back. Amscot. Some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
Stop avoiding your erectile dysfunction issue. Peak Performance for Men is offering your best offer yet. Call today to book your free consultation and free blood flow evaluation. 1-800-210-8181. Peak Performance for Men helps over 80% of men who receive the treatment experience long-term improvement. Let the experts at Peak Performance for Men help you today. All it takes is one phone call for a free consultation, free blood flow evaluation. Call 1-800-210-8181. That's 1-800-210-8181.
Were you hurt in a vehicle and want compensation? When you're injured on the go, just call Mo. Did an accident leave you in need of representation? When you're injured on the go, just call Mo. When you're injured on the go, just call Mo.
Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney, sung by a non-attorney spokesperson.
A little to the left. Now to the right. Back to the left just a bit. Oh, that's good. Oh, wait, I think it was supposed to go on a different wall.
You're kidding!
Armstrong Air believes that comfort doesn't need to be complicated. We'll help keep you warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Visit ArmstrongAirInc.com and let Armstrong Air deliver the comfort you deserve. Mention this ad for a residential $79 precision AC tune-up. Turn to the experts today with Carrier and Armstrong Air.
Stay one step ahead of the algorithms. Real Radio 1041 on Facebook. Find it and like it. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Also available to watch, if you're into that kind of thing, at The Jim Colbert Show on Twitch.
Yeah, it's Tom here, just saying that I'm completely with Ross. You guys really took the whole baby CPR thing to a dark place. I never once thought that the hypothetical baby in question was going to lose its life because the CPR was going to be successful in someone's personal hypothetical. Or else you're just monsters. Why would you assume that the baby was going to pass with a 2-finger CPR, which, by the way, is in fact cute.
Thanks, Tom.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Tom. Great call, Tom.
Yeah, Ross, that was great. I mean, Tom.
It happens. We should give you a buzzer for that. Definitely not the same.
You should listen to this band, by the way. They called Echo and the Bunnymen. 2 pretty big hits. Man, it's a good band. God almighty. I went through a phase with those guys right when our show started. Driving home and listening to Echo and the Bunnymen. And just mixes from that era. Cool songwriting. 407-916-104. Good mood and all that music. A very kind of foreboding mood and some of that stuff. A little dark. It was emo before emo, I think. Deb is here.
Hello.
Jack is right there.
Hi.
Ross is here. Oh, excuse me, Tom's here.
No, it's Ross. That was Tom.
Okay. Did you guys see the picture of Kelly? Is it Ellis? Is that how you pronounce that guy's name? The actor Carrie Ellis from Princess Bride?
No.
No.
Is it Ellis? Ellis? Is it Ellis?
Yeah, I know the guy.
Yeah. Did you guys see that he got bit by a snake? And then put the picture of what it did to his finger online?
No.
Look at that. Holy crap, like his finger came apart.
Wait a minute. Wait, is that a bandage?
No, it's not a bandage. Just his finger came apart. Those are like cracks in his skin. Because the finger swelled so much that it had cracked his skin open.
Sick.
It is bad news. What have you ever been bitten by like a scorpion or anything, or just a bee or a wasp or anything?
Hey, I've been stung by a couple bees, a couple wasps. Don't want to brag.
I got stung in the eyelid once by a wasp.
Ow.
Gnarly.
That was zero fun. And I remember as a kid playing cops and robbers with a friend of mine. Which one of those things nest in the ground? Is it hornets?
Yellow jackets.
Is it yellow jackets?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, they nest in the ground, right?
Yep.
So they don't make their, it's not in a tree or anything like that or behind a door or anything, Their nest is like a hole, right? And what happens is if you start stomping around and creating vibrations where their nest is, they buzz out of there and find out what's going on and then deal with it accordingly. Well, it turns out that nest was right behind a log that my buddy was using for cover as we were playing cops and robbers, right?
What an idiot.
Right. He's like 7 years old at the time, right?
Still stupid.
He starts stomping around.
Oh, man.
He probably got hit, 15, 20 times. It was awful. I mean, awful. He was just running and yelling, ow. They were just popping and pop. You could hear him.
You could die from that.
Yeah, you could.
You can.
And he was young, and he was a little fellow, too.
And then you can hit him with some baby CPR.
No,
Well,
it
he's
wasn't that
7
bad.
or 8, so you hit him with 3 fingers.
Oh, how cute.
It's kind of cute.
I found a baby rattler once. My sister and I did. It was in a Coke can, and we were playing with it. And then then we weren't playing with it. And then a buddy, I didn't say a buddy of mine, my old next door neighbor got new sod put in their house, right, in their yard.
Nice, responsible.
And they drop the sod down on pallets, and then you throw it yourself, or you have a crew come do it, right? So this guy was a handyman. He'd been doing some work on this house next door to mine, doing the back patio and stuff, and they dropped the sod. And I noticed that he threw about half the pallet of sod that I didn't see him for 2 weeks. The sod literally died on the pallet. Now, the people weren't even there. They were out of state, so he was doing all this before they came into town, so no one lived there. When he came back, I said, man, what's going on? You've been gone for 2 weeks and the sod's on. He goes, I pulled a piece of sod back and I didn't have gloves on, and there was a baby rattler that had nested up in the pallet of sod, and it bit me on my arm, and almost lost my arm. Because at first he didn't know what it was. He thought it was just like a bee or an ant or something. He didn't think about it. And then about 20 minutes later, he looks down at his arm. It's 3 times the size, and he barely makes it to the hospital. Some of these things hit people so badly, they actually have to cut the skin to keep it from tearing so that they can suture it back together more cleanly, because the swelling will actually tear the skin apart. Bananas. And the mini rattlers are less than a foot.
Oh, the baby ones, they're very bitey. They're not as lethal as when they're a full-grown adult, but
they have no control over their venom. And that's the thing, they just pump you full.
Someone just texted us at 77031. I got stung by a yellow jacket right between my eyes.
I'll take that. I'll tell you what. I'll take it between the eyes before the eyelid any day of the week.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
Any day of the week.
Tiny. It's so thin.
All right, 407-916-1041. We have one line open for last call, just one.
I got stung on the neck, and as soon as I got stung, I slapped my neck,
and
then I went...
Oh, no.
All right, that line's full now, so we're all full up.
I got stung in the ear.
Yeah,
that one.
That's another one.
Oh, yeah.
Mike got me on the mailbox. I was looking in the mailbox. It came flying out of the back and just hit me right in the eye.
I found a tick in my belly button.
Oh, man. Look, I'm not going to say where, but let's say a friend of mine found a tick somewhere you don't want to find one, on the back side of it. Well, this act.
Oh,
yeah.
The giggleberries.
Yeah, the giggleberries.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Who found it?
Exactly.
He did.
He's like, I didn't leave a raisin back there.
Pay somebody to take it off then. What do we have to thank today, Deb?
We want to thank Glenn Klausman of Klausman Law for bringing us What'd You Do? That's New.
That's right. Coming up tomorrow, we have Animal House and our buddy Scott Maxwell from the Orlando Sentinel. Who's in for Animal House tomorrow?
We've got Katie Warner with the Audubon Center for Birds of Prey talking about their baby owl shower.
Oh, very nice. That's coming up soon for sure. Jack, we have a Twitter poll, buddy.
Yeah, we do. It was, have you ever been a loud, obnoxious fan at a game, right?
Oh, yeah, but you didn't say kids game, though.
No, I didn't.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, just in general, because I didn't think we were going to get a lot of yeses that way. How about a third of respondents say yes?
Oh, yeah.
That was them. But 2 people, credit to them, they texted guilty. And one said he apologized afterwards, and the other guy said he's not proud of it. It was very dumb.
Yeah,
But,
you know, you get caught up in that stuff, and you want your kids to be winners and stuff, and you just kind of forget people are around and start acting like a damn fool. All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Ready.
All right,
I was born.
Cowboy, last call.
All right, real quick, 2 things. It was going to be one, but Ross wants to be a butt about some CPR and a baby. So, Jimmy, challenge you for Puzzle Master. Find the box of the hidden treasure before me.
Huh?
No
2,
one challenges the Puzzle Master. How dare you? I will leave you now. Get out of here. You get no number 2 when you challenge the master of puzzles.
Should have went for Ross first.
Kenny, last call.
Yes, is it wrong for me to take home roadside memorials and decorate my bedroom?
Yes, yes, it is.
Hello.
I think he's mocking our question earlier.
Yeah.
Keith, last call.
Hey guys, just gotta let you know, Jimmy, love your food, love your segments on food. So keep doing it. That's it.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that very much. A lot of that work goes to Amy Drew Thompson of the Sentinel. She literally does all the work. I just kind of showcase it.
Don't forget the guy who clued you in about salt.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Thank
this
you.
guy making what?
Just texting service and ticks. Just keep
Yeah,
going.
yeah. We don't do that. Paul, last call.
Oh, Paul.
Paul.
Keith?
Yeah.
Jackie missed the bell twice. We had 2 weeks start strong.
My God. Oh. Are you calling from Korea?
Over.
Bill, last call. Take us home.
And the bad one, North?
I'm going to give my old lady a little of that 2-finger CPR later.
That is
Show title.
That is an all-time that's exactly what last call is supposed to be right there. Good job, buddy. If I had a prize, I'd give you one. Maybe 2. Who knows? All right, let's get out of here. Big day coming up tomorrow. Like I said, Animal House, Audubon Society in, and Scott Maxwell, plus your calls and texts all day long. On behalf of Deb, Jack, and Ross, I'm Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the monsters in the morning. After us, it's Tom and Dan with the Corporate Time and our friends from Real Laughs. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 o'clock for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a wonderful Tuesday evening.
Have a good night. Bye.
I do.